That is one big pilot.
For a modern gaming audience.
Why are you running?
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
We're communists.
Woke.
Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
I'm cured! Praise God!
Hiya, 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 na 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 na.
Ah, he vatored! He vatored!
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
For a modern gaming audience.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
Welcome to Nerd Wars. Sorry about that. Welcome to Nerd Wars.
Please clap.
Yes. Please clap for us. Our tiny little egos really need it. Badger, I am pretty angry today because of technology making me accidentally ghost my boss without knowing it. Because Facebook thinks I'm a bot after using Messenger for 6 months.
You're the least body person that I know.
How angry are you today, Pete Boop?
I'm still stewing over that DEI blacking up my samurai, my Japanese game. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm mildly indifferent. But no, I'm still pretty angry, and I could drop off at the minute of
Question. If they had made the samurai game in Africa, would you be happier?
They have no, but I would be happy to point out that they've already made.
You're never going to be happy, Badger.
They've already made an Assassin's Creed in Africa. Granted, it was North Africa, and they like to disavow, but no one had a problem with it then.
Cleopatra was black. Everyone knows it.
Abubakar.
He was a black samurai.
Black samurai, yeah, sure. Apparently, he had a short sword, even though he didn't commit seppuku when his master was ignominiously executed. Or did he commit? Oh, the mystery deepens. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, just go play Assassin's Creed 4 is really the answer. Shout out, Tomac. Oh, and point out that, Adewale, black assassin.
I figured out what our first topic was.
Did you like it? Did you watch it?
This of the North Star. I've got so many things to watch, but I looked it up trying to find how to watch it. And thankfully, someone had put it on YouTube. And then I made the mistake of watching like 20 seconds of it to see, what was what. And then I ended up watching all of like 2 hours of it.
Yeah.
And turns out it was pretty great. I can definitely tell a lot of animes were inspired by this for sure. It's like, so it's post-apocalyptic after nuclear war. So it's like Fallout. It's Fallout meets like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because presumably JoJo's was heavily inspired by this. And you get a little like Dragon Ball Z action. You get a little like Kill Bill blood, spurting like everywhere. He has a lot of like punches or attacks where you just like all your joints just are splurting blood for some reason, or a lot of it is you get punched once and then like 5 seconds later, like one part of you kind of blows up, another part, and then you just explode.
I approve
delayed punch explosions.
I like
and stuff
that.
like
Those
that.
are always more fucked up. Like when people go, oh, and like their body deforms, and like their arm blows out. Yeah, I like that.
So it was 1986. The animation and voice acting was could use a little help, but it's mid 80s animation, so I can forgive them.
86.
Good stuff. I was supposed to probably be doing some other stuff, and I just kind of kept watching it.
Because we take it for granted. 86, you're a fan of this and you're in America. What do? You just go to the video store a bunch and you hope that they get new stock in. You have to tell your video, hey, I don't know if you get this stuff from the East, but can you get all of these? Or do you think it just had wide releases? Because I got to admit, I got to think it was probably a lot harder to get this fix in the 80s.
Yeah, well, hell, even me when I was a kid, I have to go to Best Buy and spend like
there's no Crunchyroll.
$150 to get a single freaking season of like Cowboy Bebop. Right. And then eventually they started doing like I got like a Trigun where it's got like 4 discs all like folded up in it.
Markup. And then like, oh, here you go. You had to get lucky. Yeah, because I'm like, fuck, what would I do? Like if you put me back in time, what would I do? I would have done that, or would I have gone to like a gaming store and hoped that maybe they had like an Eastern entertainment section. Otherwise, yeah, fuck.
Well, now what people do, there's a story about how Godzilla -1 setting records for being the most pirated movie. For being the most pirated movie currently. And one of the problems is apparently they have some deal with Legendary where like the weird only one Godzilla a year thing. So I don't know, but it's taken them forever to bring that to like streaming or to where
That's
people can
that
buy
weird
it.
shit that they
So
have with Batman.
Everyone's just stealing it.
Where they won't ever let Batman be on TV because they they have no problem doing it with Superman. Where they go like, yeah, we don't want people to confuse them, but then they'll fucking let Edward. They'll let Edward Cullen play Batman. No, but they'll let Batman have one in the DCU, one in the Elseworlds, and then be vaguely mentioned and dead on like the CW shows. But yeah, just give us Godzilla for fuck's sake. Besides, they're two entirely different Godzilla franchises. One at this point is an arcade game, and the other one apparently has got some gravitas. And
so Fist of the North Star definitely raised my testosterone, at least as much as one of these 80s action movies. I'd say as much as Commando, at least.
Go on high tea and tell Beardo and Jay that all you have to do is watch Fist of the North Star.
Like bulging muscles everywhere.
Down upwards. Who's gonna tell him? Doesn't this sort of count? I mean, it's Justice League, right? Godzilla is fighting. Fuck, they fought what? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Justice League. They fought the X-Men and Avengers. But yeah, no, you did. You went to your
versus Power Rangers as well.
You went to your LCS, as the kids call it.
That's what we call it. Us in the know.
Fucking Gary shaming quarterback Garrett, I think it was, who didn't know what else he was. Anyway, yeah, they did have Godzilla versus Justice League, and you sent me some of the pictures. It looked really good. And yeah, Power Rangers versus the Dragon Zord. I would be interested to see that. Hi, lady.
Yeah, we're currently going up against Park Hoppin'. This is gonna be tough. They are popping over there, including myself before the stream started. Honestly, I think we should have just canceled the stream and watched Park Hoppin' instead. I said it.
Well, maybe we could just watch their channel on the stream.
Honestly,
we can just react. We can just live react to their stream.
Yes,
Godzilla versus Megalodon. Yes. Okay.
No, Sharknado. Godzilla versus Sharknado.
Shout out Words. Had me on a stream last night to yell, scream at the people, wave to the people. It was fun. Yeah, stream snipe. There you go. I mean, that's bad. We can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. They are friends. You can't stream snipe. That's bad. Planet of the Apes, monkeys.
Yes, Godzilla versus Planet of the Apes. Stars are Team Ape because humans destroying the Earth. I dislike humans a lot. Well, I will say in Godzilla, I also dislike the humans. Just I want to see giant monsters punch each other and me go.
I can't disagree with Siri. It just depends on which humans she's talking about. Like if she was talking about all the wokies, the crazy ones, I was like, yeah, you're right. The fucking apes are gonna inherit it. Hopefully they don't make the same them mistakes. But I think she's probably talking about anyone that identifies as America first. Probably. And it's definitely straight and of a color, even though she's
whoa.
She's white too.
I mean, look at the planet.
Self-hate.
Oh, here we go. Realized she was straying into controversial territory with her anti-human comments. Look at what the humans have done to the Earth. Well, yeah, I dislike humans a lot. Well, I mean, we do kind of suck, but like, I mean, we deserve to be here. Maybe we don't have a giant culling of billions of people to save the Earth. The people telling us to do that are the ones poisoning the Earth. So maybe we shouldn't trust those guys. Like the ones who are going to cause nuclear war are the same ones saying that we need to depopulate the Earth. Okay, guys. You first. You know, there's this like, no, I mean, there are times where you see humans come together and you go, oh, isn't this lovely? And then there's times you go, I absolutely hate us. Yeah, I'm feeling that towards you right now, currently.
Yeah, remember when we all came together to say how shitty The Witcher was and that Henry Cavill was the only redeeming thing about... She was in The Witcher. She played Ciri. That's the connection. Anyway, yeah, no. Sorry. Enjoy your monkey movie that no one's going to.
No one likes either. I haven't heard a single person say even like that. It was kind of good. It's all allegedly. Don't see it. I didn't see it. I'm glad I did.
I've actually heard you don't have to go see it. That it added nothing. There was no.
Did you watch the previous three?
Yeah,
like the reboot 3.
Yeah,
I'd heard those were good. I never got around to watching it, so I didn't go see this. And thank God,
they're decent. I again was just waiting for them to get to the part where the Charlton Heston character comes back, but they've sort of already blown that angle.
Yeah, the sun keeps coming after us too.
Yeah,
our planet's under attack.
Yeah, this is almost the same thing where people want to make fun documentaries about how all the animals are gay and trans, and then you go, yeah. Do you see what else the animals do to each other? we gonna make that normal? Let's normalize ripping each other apart with our teeth, depending on how our fifis feel.
You sound like you need to be re-educated. Have you heard of Queer Planet? I feel like that.
Oh no, what's that? Something they're gonna show in every classroom to all the kids, probably.
People like those nature documentaries too. Like people are suckers for those. And even those aren't safe. Also, friendly reminder, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I have to tell you guys. Next month is Pride Month. And it's like it's 2 weeks away.
Every month is Pride Month, bigot. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I'm so proud.
I'm not gonna be able to walk downtown.
I can't wait for all the corpos, the military, everyone to tell us about how gay we should be.
Do you think Target will bring back their Pride section front and center, or they'll keep that hidden the way it is?
They might not be teaming up with like Satanist trans designers.
Darn, those are the best ones.
But there's still going to be displays. Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies or Davis? Any actual fans in here? Please tell us, is it Davies or Davis? I keep hearing the Brits say Davis, but
I'm going with Davies.
They say things wrong all the time. Did I see Bly in here? Get on it.
How dare you? It's a flat.
Unfazed by criticism of his latest lore changes. If things are polarizing, I think we're in a healthy position. His argument is basically that nerds argue. So nerds are arguing now, so that's a good thing. We're in a healthy position. No, your ratings aren't in a healthy position.
There's a difference between a healthy debate over the semantics of a nerd, like the Fallout. The Fallout one is a healthy nerd debate because that's just down to fucking salty New Vegas fans that think Bethesda has something against it, and then normies that like it. Like those are all fine, and those are little critiques, as opposed to like a Rian Johnson The Last Jedi, where it's a fundamental like I hate you split. And this seems to be sort of along the lines of like, no, this ain't fun nerd debate.
I will say, in the secret DMs, I think I saw Will of the Fans enjoyed the 3rd episode.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we were going to talk about that. Yeah.
Episode in years, I believe he said.
He said that. He said there was a little bit of lefty stuff, but if he liked it, he liked it. Well, it's
going to be hard for us to grift off and get views. I'm a little angry.
That's true, but
why not lead with that one? Why did they lead with those first 2?
Because they're not.
No one's going to watch the good episode.
I think they're perfectly fine to get rid of everyone that was upset by it, even if there's good episodes. So it just goes to show that they could be making good episodes if they wanted. They're choosing to do shit that upsets people.
They're choosing to be risky. Taking really big swings feels risky to you. It never feels risky, to be honest. Why? Okay. Doing all this craziness isn't risky. Well, he's the man who created Queer as Folk in 1999. Which wasn't on the BBC. Wasn't on like HBO or like Cinemax or something.
Yeah.
Like adult channel.
I did hear this. Moffat, someone else wrote it, not Davies. Someone else wrote episode 3. So while there might have been the DEI tax that exists in everything, apparently that's why it was better. That makes sense.
Bend over for your tax.
Take the DEI tax. Sorry.
We're going to be covering the story about the DEI broad who stole like $5 million. Stole money, got fired, and then got hired by another mega corpo where she stole more money.
Well, buying large mansions did it.
It's not a scam, guys. We swear. All right. So, Queer as Folk. We're allowed to say queer now. He took the word back decades ago. I should have started saying it sooner. I love it. I think we can be unfair to fans sometimes when we say the views are polarized. Because there's nothing fans love more than a good debate. This isn't what's happening. You've destroyed the character and franchise. It's not a debate. It's mourning. It's not a debate. People are crying that the thing they loved is dead. It's like a national pastime. There are no football fans saying our team is perfect. We're really happy and we've got nothing to say. So it's like people complain. So like it's good. We're in a good spot. I think we're in a healthy position, but I also think we sometimes overstate the importance of discourse on Twitter. How about the discourse like in our comments now that we're Doctor Who channels? People are not happy about this. This isn't debate. This is the end of a franchise.
Yeah, and I'm sure people will say that like even if this episode is good, what will the rest of the season be like?
Well, and it's X-Men 97 situation. Even when we get good, people don't care.
See, well, okay, yeah, I thought you were gonna finish that a different way. Yeah.
Oh, or well, yeah,
be a thing.
Yeah, how they kind of stuck the woke in at the very end, but that's what you do.
Yeah,
but then you sneak it in at the end, not the first 2 episodes.
Fucking. First of all, I have no one is a bigger simp for Anders than Erwin and myself, and I'll not have anyone think otherwise.
Did someone say otherwise? Yeah.
Yeah.
Find
well, I mean, this little
shoot him out the airlock
rat right here is trying to sneak in on our action, and I don't appreciate it. But rats are known to be sneaky little. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, go sneak about out in zero gravity vacuum of space.
Purple lives don't matter, Mr. Tech Brat. You change that emoji to a more appropriate purple ethnicity.
This isn't even just about all like the woke changes. Well, I guess technically it would be the Timeless Child. I'm not quite sure where I am when I'm talking about the history of the legend, the Timeless Child. That actually doesn't mean much to me. But if you say to me the Doctor is a foundling, blah blah blah. So even when they like bring up the things, people are like, "Why? Please, God!" Like hardcore sci-fi fans are saying, "Please retcon something." Like that's something they would never ever say. So it's like maybe listen to him. And he's like, whatever. And then they go back to the orphan and the found family crap that I've talked about, where it's like that stuff can work well, but they're doing it out in an anti-family like perspective. It's dead. It's dead and gone. And they brought back someone that people thought might actually do good, and it's queer as folk.
I would just like to point out that you think simping is your ally. Erwin and I were born into it, molded by it. I didn't see I was actually an insult to the light.
Get out of here,
Danica. Get out of here. Oh my God. By the way, I hope that gets clipped. Please let Danky, please animate that Danica calling the FNT audience incels, and then like
and the whole panel's like, I probably would not go against our chat.
Yeah, I would say Ryan just said, "Oh, I wouldn't go that route."
Yeah, we've got a clip.
As usual, we underestimated the chat.
Yes, we did,
and they showed up in a big way.
Hey, brother Tim. I wouldn't go that route is one of my now favorite fucking things that I've ever seen.
Did not like that. Took a little bit off the score for me, to be honest.
Bro, X-Men. Oh my God, right. And then she went on a whole thing about how horny X-Men was and Daddy Magneto.
Not totally wrong. I mean,
no. By the way, not totally wrong.
They're incest in it. That's how horny they are.
But it came off wrong. I understood what she was trying to say, but it came off wrong. Yeah.
I've got 100%. a Danica cosplay. You carry this.
Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah, no, God bless. You not every time. Look, trust me. A lot of times I say, well, most of the shit you guys take it the right way, but I'm sure a lot of times maybe I'll say something wrong. I don't know. That's a great. You could do a.
It's a Donald Trump.
I was going to say you could do a couple of different things, but that, yeah, I advise even jokingly. No matter what stream you're on, never a good idea to call the chat incels. You call yourself, but you don't ever call the chat incels.
Unless they're great Deadpoolio, right?
Yeah, no, fuck him. I can yell at him. That's fine. He's the one. It's X, ma'am. I think there are quite a lot of women on that thing, so perhaps it is an outdated term, and we were calling it the X-Women. Oh, that's right. Victoria Alonso got fired. Shout out to Tomac. Now that Disney has told us they are working on a Kingdom Hearts movie. Okay, I'm looking forward to Disney fans and Kingdom Hearts fans. Is it confirmed they're doing live action or is it animated? I mean, live action still ends up being fucking CG, but.
And are they gonna have like the Final Fantasy characters and stuff in it too? Like, oh my God, that's such a bad idea. Also, I'm sorry, I bought Kingdom Hearts 3. I tried to play it, but the cutscenes were the cringiest thing I've ever experienced. I had to stop playing it.
Was she really? Oh, see, you can't read the chats. Maybe she was apologizing, Danica, in the comments. Guys, I'm sorry. This just
whips out the ukulele.
Had a knife that she was going like this on.
Yeah,
I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, Gary called it, and he's fucking
later
right.
Tonight.
they will, when they're done with everything, the last thing, and this is how you know
Oh
that
my god, that's so right.
the heavens is going to crack open and the trumpets will start going, is they're going to redo all the Star Wars movies. They'll redo the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy.
How in current state of mind, how long do you think that'll be? Decade?
Within the ooh, okay. Yeah, that is a bold, because I was going to say within the next 5 years they'll do something touching the original trilogy or the prequel, but that's just Chicachola voices epic. It was my Victoria Alonso.
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
much better than
huh?
mine. I used to do an AOC, and it was more offensive than funny.
I just barely got to do the drinkers go away now, even though I can't do the message. Go away now. I can't do the
okay, that one.
I can't.
He's had a couple drinks, I think.
Oh yeah, go away now. Poor bastard. Need to get it as an audio clip. Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It'll be. I want to say
available for live streaming in your brain chip.
At least the next 5 to 10 years, they'll do something with the original trilogy, and or the only difference.
This is my thought. This is like, what's your current state of mind, and then I want to see your next state of mind after the Acolyte.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, drunker. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we tried.
Yeah, well, you miss 100% of the shots. You
don't. So, I don't think they can save themselves. I'm kind of rooting for them not to save themselves. You still in the
No.
like Star Wars and Disney? No,
I switched. No, after Treon lost that last one, I was like, no, fuck them. Keep your board, double down, trans everyone, make all the people gay. Do it.
Like
do all the things.
Like crackhead cousin that you've helped like 20 times, and that 21st time you're just like, no. I hope you end up in jail where you belong.
It's the only way they will learn. Yeah. Just let them burn. Sorry. I know. I tried to. We're quick on the fans. Let them burn. There's nothing else. Nothing else to do except let them wallow in their mistakes, which seems to be happening all on its own.
But people still want entertainment, and the more they fail, the more alternative entertainment they're going to be looking for. Such as weird people on YouTube who pretend like they know what they're doing.
That hair is really working for you, I got to tell you.
It is really itchy.
And you say China.
China. No, I cannot do the Donald Trump. Actually, I hear I'm gonna put you in charge.
I don't have the. Oh, okay.
You're gonna say this, and BRB.
All right, and I just want to see Queer Planet bring on the gay lions and penguins for June. Yeah, I can't wait.
Mushrooms.
All right, let's see. Yeah, Ubisoft plummets 15%. Their stock is down after that Assassin's Creed trailer. Shocking, I know. Did not instill everyone with faith, and I love the fact that most people are saying the same thing, that they would have had no problem with this 10 years ago if it had been done under the correct circumstances, but everyone knows that this was not done for the right reasons.
China.
Hi, Don. It's China.
Was that good?
That was
Did
great.
I do it right?
Oh, it was perfect. All that. Yeah, no, they're pissed. They're being gaslit to hell. They're being called racist and like, oh no, sorry, you already have representation. Just go play all these other games. You're not allowed to have Japanese representation in your Japanese Assassin's Creed game because Ghost of Tsushima exists, or
you
Sekiro,
all own a Sekiro, right?
Yeah, right. Doesn't everyone has that? So go play that. Sorry, you never get it, and maybe you can tell China to make a bootleg, but you're not going to get your Assassin's Creed. Yeah, no, it is fucked up. Literally everyone has been asking. So sorry, males, you can have your ambiguous they them female shinobi, but you can't play as a male historical samurai who also is an assassin. Sorry, can't have it.
So, if I'm not mistaken, Ubisoft's last big one was Skull and Bones, which was this took like 12, 14 years to make and was supposed to be a quadruple A that they ended up losing a ton of money on. If they've got two massive flops in a row, they're gonna double down. That's my thought.
I don't think this counts because he said it himself, but he did say it.
What's today's secret word?
It's a little like masturbation, but I'll allow it because wanking is appropriate on this channel. 15-minute mandatory wank break. If they can have menstrual leave, we can have wank leave. I'm here for it. Alec Baldwin.
Or
shout out, brother.
I should be able to identify as a woman and get menstrual leave. Like I said,
yeah.
And after a night of drinking, I'd need menstrual leave.
It's horrible. Disavow. Yeah, no, everything is flopping. That's great. And yeah, Skull and Bones is the one that they had been working on since fucking. Oh my god! Because they made Black Flag because of the naval components in AC3.
Oh well, yeah, because that's what everyone loved.
But then because Black Flag was so, they were like, okay, yeah, spin it off into its own thing. That took for fucking ever. And then I think it's one of those things where it was on one generation of consoles, and then they switched to another one. So there you go, Westward.
Excellent. Yeah. Wait, yeah, you're a mod. Link it, baby. Link it.
It's a hot algorithm right now out there.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. Yeah, that's better. I think that's about as good as one of mine did.
Yeah. No, it's going.
I think better.
It's going.
Yeah, that is. People didn't quite. I think it's taken people a couple days to catch up on and seeing the trailer and whatnot. I actually had my buddy over last night. My normie buddy who just plays video games and stream, and I often mention, and he has played like all of the Assassin's Creed. I think he might have maybe skipped like one or two here near the end.
Yeah,
I showed him because I was working on as editing it, and I showed him a little bit, and yeah, I don't think he's going to be buying it. And that's they've lost their audience as it is. People are just tired of the AAA stuff, and they're like, how do we win them back? How about Black Samurai for some reason?
Yeah, nice. That's fine. And then I think the big thing that's getting everyone is how obvious the narrative switch has been of like, oh, you wanted a Japanese male in your Japanese Assassin's Creed? You're fucking racist. Like that whole switch is what's really getting them. Yeah, shout out. Go check out Westward's. Apparently, just start a video and get 1,000+ views. Real easy. I don't know what everyone's complaining about. Look at Westward. No, shout out. It is a good algorithm right now for especially the results. The stocks falling. Because it's so immediate. It's got that nice visceral red line as soon as they release the trailer. It's like, oh, that's satisfying. That's satisfying. Blammer.
And then didn't they announce like their sales are down or some crap too, right?
Hold on. Yeah, because shockingly, predatory business practices. I mean, they've seen that. I think even Asmongold.
Oh, you want 100% of your game? $130, please.
The same. That's what's funny is I guess obviously it was lock it in, yay! But that was already locked in because they did it with Star Wars Outlaws, and it got ratioed to shit.
Pissed everyone off.
Yeah, and then they did it again. I don't know.
Geniuses. As I'm saying, guys, we need white male gamer consultants.
Shouldn't we? Didn't he say take his wrench away at one point, and now he's in here doing wrench shit? Wrench this man. Wrench this man. You can't disavow the.
He's the first person asked to have the wrench removed, and
those are probably the ones that should have the wrenches.
Don't forget.
The ones that don't think they're worthy of the responsibility and the power.
Yeah, that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is the Alyssa Mercantis. They don't know how to stop, and if you ignore her, they really get upset. Yeah, they got addicted to the attention.
Oh, the cry bullies need to be harassed, or else they don't get to be cry bullies. They love the attention. No, stop clickbaiting, putting me in the thumbnails. Oh no, I can't stop watching your live streams. No, please marry me.
Yeah, we are welcome. We will be hired. We can help you because just by lack of melanation, we can now consult on any white person, regardless of culture. We are instant experts on it.
Yeah, the Polish. Where's Poland again?
Obviously, we have the same skin color, so we know everything about Polish culture, French, anything, Russia, all of it.
Oh, gross. French. Ugh.
Oh, sure. We disavow. Yeah. What are you gonna do? But were you touching the grass first? You can't just mow grass. You have to touch grass. For it is in the touching of grass that one becomes not a chud, apparently.
All right. Anders is a wrench now, or with my slow internet, I accidentally wrenched a random person. So fingers crossed.
There might be, maybe.
Okay, wait. Star Wars Outlaws. So when is Star Wars Outlaws out? Do you know? It says fiscal year 25 lineup. So I guess it'd be at the end of this year?
Oh, I think it comes out like fucking next month. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. If they have 3 giant flops in a row and like 2 of them being like big IPs.
Yeah.
Bye,
no.
Ubisoft. Been nice knowing you, bro. Hope Ubisoft Plus works out.
They have done that to themselves. Yeah.
Have you checked ratio recently on the Assassin's
No,
Creed
but
trailer?
I can. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah,
I will go
whip it
check
out.
all the ratios. Yeah, no, because that is a trend that I know it started with Rings of Power. I don't think that's going away anytime soon. Like, that's now the normies have caught on that and the saying goofy ass shit in the comments. Like, my favorite part is when Luke Skywalker kicked, the shit like that. Yeah, because they know it gets around that AI algorithm thing of auto removing comments.
Yes, thank God. Anders is not a gray in chat. YouTube, her channel was under attack by YouTube. Despite being a member, would not turn her green. So we have thankfully fixed that, bypassed the green, and gone straight to blue. Speaking of the wonderful mods and modesses we have in chat, Sonia, always an absolute pleasure. Also, got totally robbed the other night in the waifu battle. I thought about resigning, like just out of principle.
First, look at these studs that are streaming right here. Who's this Nerd Wars asshole? But they're cool. You should watch them. But yeah, 70,000 downvotes to 35,000 likes. And something we all can like, Hayden Wayne. Shout out 5 Nerd Wars gifties.
And I will say, I think he said he worked last Friday, but has this Friday off. So we might be getting him on pre-F&T if I can force him on.
Yeah.
Against his will, preferably.
We did make Anders a wrench.
Yeah.
She is.
Wrench,
yeah.
wrench.
Yeah. No. Her membership wasn't showing up or something, so she got wrenched.
Yeah. Feel free to ban everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially that one. And you know who you are.
If Nagernal keeps dropping too many Badger links, please ban him.
Never. You post all the Badger leaks. You ain't the only one with an Assassin's Creed video that was popping off this morning. Actually, I got to check on that right now just to see. Yeah, it's almost at 2,000. Just goes to show you.
Wrench. We got the best wrenches.
The algorithm really does. It was a while where it was like Stellar Blade, Warhammer, Helldivers was gold. Then it switches. And right now, Assassin's Creed is a hot one because it's a multi-level attack. It's pissing multiple people. It's like the same people that are upset about the Black Cleopatra revision history are now pointing out like, hey, he didn't do a lot of the shit they're saying he did. Huh.
All right. So I'm a little broke. I've got an idea. How about I become a diversity manager? Oh, wait, you stole my thunder. There we go. Thunder unstolen. Former Facebook diversity manager sentenced to prison for a $5 million DEI scam. You mean all of the DEI? So she stole a bunch of money from Facebook, got fired for it, and then got hired at Nike, where she stole even more money.
Yeah, it is a grift.
Black Lives Matter.
It's literally a grift. And if you ever, which you know you have, when they talk about it and you hear them talk about it, it's a fucking grift to go into every culture company and put in a DEI officer and then spew out their propaganda. Hi, Activision.
All right, we're taking bets. Be nice, chat. What do you think her first name is?
Laquanda.
I was gonna say Latondra. Thank you very much. Oh, Hypnosphere had a perfect time.
Fellow gays, we have arrived. Because he's a multi they them, so he
it turns out
himself.
Turns out we're racist. Her name's just Barbara.
Shakina, yeah. By the way, I dated a girl named Shakina. Shout out, Shakina.
She does have a hyphenated last name, though.
I really did date a girl named Shakina.
Also red flag. So
she was real nice at the time.
She stole $4.9 million from Facebook, and then went on to Nike to steal even more. So I think it's just some straight up like money laundering style, like wire fraud stuff, fraudulent vendors, fake invoices, cash kickbacks to siphon funds from Facebook. Okay, so I understand. Okay, you take a couple of 20s from the till. $5 million. Did they even in Office Space? Did they even try to steal $5 million with their plan? Like, holy, what?
$1 million. What?
So at Facebook, she worked as lead strategist and global head of employee resource groups and diversity engagement. That's the longest. Like your business card this big? What? Oh, okay, yeah.
It's Ladasha.
They're just making this crap up completely, and then they put these people in to do nothing, and then they end up stealing $5 million. Didn't do nothing.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh my god.
I've come to date black girls again.
You guys remember the metaverse?
That's the fucking stuff of nightmares.
This make you miss it? Think fondly of it?
No, I don't want to live in his digital world.
Oh, okay.
Not that one, at least.
Yeah, honestly, like, there's probably some good that could come from a metaverse, but I'm so happy our monkey brain just went like ooga ooga and took the bone and started beating it to death.
Well, Hayden, I hope you understand that that's your white privilege, is you have to follow the rules. You have the privilege of actually being held accountable for your actions. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, now that
really
I'm
nice.
self-employed, I have even stronger feelings about the IRS these days. So
Taxation is theft.
My lawyer has advised me to use my right to silence. So.
Yeah, taxation is theft. It's true. Go away. Give me back my money. Give me back my money.
So my buddy owns his own company. He was telling me his tax rate's like 44%, and Biden's thought is, let's get rid of the Trump tax cuts for next year.
Yeah.
Greatest campaign promise I've ever heard.
Martha Stewart. I see my girl Martha there, still looking good. I don't know if I would, but still looking good. Not my proudest fap. Went to jail. Shouldn't have targeted her. Yeah, no, we get white people go to jail, but only for the money crimes.
And the meth.
God damn. It's a high tax rate.
That is not theft. That goes way beyond theft.
No, they should buy you flowers and kiss you on the cheek every morning because that's fucking sexy time.
They're supposed to be public servants.
Oh, they're serving him. Serving up that dick of taxation. Yeah, that's some fucking prime grapery right there, bro. Yeah, I don't like that at all. That's got to be realigned. And then the other thing is,
our government gets our government employees get pensions too. Remember pensions?
If those taxes were actually used to like fix the crumbling infrastructure or like do actual important shit, you know, that would be one thing. But instead, it's used to give credit cards, prepaid phone cards, shit like that to.
It's used to destroy us,
non-Americans.
Literally, think what's the last good thing your government did for you that didn't involve stealing money from someone else to do it?
Yeah, remember that bridge collapse? Like, obviously the thing crashed into it, but did you see how easily it just fucking crumbled? Didn't even tank the hit, just fucking crumbled.
Well, this actually, thank you for bringing that up. Let's go ahead and skip ahead.
Remember the last time that happened? That was crazy.
Did I not get it? All right. I might not have actually pulled it up. Oh, yeah, here we go. So
Ukraine needs your super chats and your thoughts and your prayers.
Right? Build Israel's second wall. Most U.S. voters believe random group of people would govern better than Congress.
Yeah.
I don't know where you guys stand on it. I'd love to hear chat. I obviously would prefer a random group of people picked out of the phone book. This is now the highest. In 2014, yeah, 2014, it was at 52%. It's currently at 54%. Over half the country would prefer random people over Congress. Yeah, I think we recently saw a good reason for why we need to just get these people out. And I probably am not going to vote anytime soon. And it's not until all of us go off our butts and become the politicians we run. And it's really easy. All you have to do is make a super based campaign ad, which we are also about to get to. Is this one? Yes. Don't be weak and gay. Have you seen this, Badger?
Base, but look at that trigger discipline. What's up, honey mama?
So she went viral. This is like the second time she's gone viral, and she's running down the street with like her bulletproof vest on, and she says, "In America, you can be anything, so don't be weak and gay. Stay fucking hard." And this is all we got to do, guys, because even if you don't end up winning, you can at least become, some political person on Twitter.
Yeah.
Get invited to like CPAC and crap.
Obviously, it's hyperbole when we're saying a random group because yes, if you've ever seen those old jaywalking and basically your average person is pretty fucking stupid when it comes down to things. So no, I don't think it's just a random group. But the point is, and this has been made many times, it used to be Government service used to be government service. That wasn't a fucking job. It was like jury duty. You would go for a year or two. You would do your government service. You would serve the people, and then you would go back to your fucking life. You wouldn't stay there for 30 or 40 years. Yeah, you wouldn't stay there for 30 or 40 years like Nancy Pelosi and just make a big business out of it and, look into her financials of how she's a millionaire, even though she only has a couple $100,000 salary. Anyway, yeah. That's the point. So an average person wouldn't have the same big business connections and would ideally just be there doing the actual job. Yeah. Get you moving, doesn't it?
Yeah, my buddy, he keeps not... My buddy who owns No's business, he keeps talking about how he's going to run for office, and it reminds me of when I decided I wanted to write a comic book. I just kept saying it over and over until I'm like, okay, yeah, it's happening. And he just keeps doing it. I'm like, one of these freaking days. And that is when I'll vote again. That is when I will put faith in the conservatives and Republicans and stuff. Till then, probably not a lot of trust or faith.
No faith.
But once we get up off our butts and we take over and we're the captains now, and that's when we can probably finally actually fix some stuff.
There's no faith but what we make, right?
I don't think so.
Right, Erwin? You've seen that.
Yeah. Plus, look at all these. This is what I keep talking to my buddy about. AOC is in Congress. You look at some of these crazies and these DEI people who win, or even hell, they're like so many city councils in certain places are all Muslims or all Indians and stuff. They're taking over, and they just did it by running. And you look at these people and the crazy things they say. It's just if they can do it, we can do it. It's the same with streaming. We're if Geeks and Gamers can do this, so can we. If Gary can boomer his way through it, so
Beardo,
can we.
Jay, and Dan Vass can run a Geeks and Gamers in the morning. We can run a Geeks and Gamers stream. I just want to say, yeah.
But you can't just talk about it. You got to get up off your butt and do it.
I know you haven't seen it, but there is a movie. I can't do it. I suck at this. Fuck you, fucking number 7 or 4 in the world of super chats. Fucking Hypnotic, shout out.
Broke 3K. Guys, we can make a difference. We're the captain now.
There is a movie, just talking about authentic and bring it back. There's a movie before Trump that had Robin Williams called Man of the Year, where he played a radio DJ who ends up running for president, and then on a fluke, a fuck up with the machines wins. And he basically is Trump. He says offensive joke things, blah, 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 man of the people. But it's yeah, that's what we want. People to just say the shit that we're thinking and feeling. And yeah, Gary does have street cred, of course.
Send away.
Do it now. I'll read it. It's going to send it on the twat. Good.
So, do you remember? I briefly mentioned I may have done a video about it and deleted it because it performed so poorly.
Silk?
Spider-Man Noir.
Oh, that one, because the other one is. Yes. Did you hear about that too?
We're also going to get Silk Spider Society.
Good, yeah, no, because can I tell
Turns out
Silk Spider Society? The first thing I heard about it was twofold. One, it was that they fired their entire writers' room because remember Gary kept saying that a bunch of shit was going to be canceled because of force majeure. So they were like, "Hey, when are you going to do something with all these writers?" And they're like, "We're not going to do anything," and they fired them. Then we heard that Silk Spider Society was going to refocus on the male gaze, not woohoo, but
it sounded like good. It sounded like good news, right?
Good, right? And then it's hey, could you have less Silk in your Silk TV show? We're just not going to do it. Now,
it seems like that's what they're doing with Superman.
Is this the timeline correcting itself? Is this some ships fucking changing, seeing what's happening?
Yeah. Also, this was it's Sony, I believe, but they're doing it through Amazon. So now Sony's got the rights back or whatever. So they're gonna probably shop it around. So it might end up somewhere else. But
do you think they went to Do you think they went to Madam Web and they were just don't do this?
number one movie streaming on Netflix. My buddy also said he watched that, and I laughed. Turns out he didn't think it was very good for some reason, probably misogyny.
Oh yeah, who would have thought that Len Gay was a girl boss?
We could have Sydney Sweeney in latex, tight suit, and you chose not to.
Yeah,
she hate money
again. She read the comics. 30 seconds. Just watch the 38 seconds. Just watch the trailer.
Of Anyone But You. Yeah, watch that trailer. You only need about 38 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So for those that don't know, this was a diversity Korean woman spider, and also bit by the exact same spider as Spider-Man.
They'll love to do that. Yeah,
just give him some unique origins, please. Like, for doing the diversity, why you got to just steal all the white man stuff? Just do your own thing. Like, why you got? But apparently, people liked it. People did like her. So we could have potentially had maybe something good, and then we got they fired everyone to make it more based. But
it's weird how some heroes spawn like a gender copy of themselves, and then some spawn a shitload of gender copies of themselves. Like, yeah, obviously Superman has Supergirl, but then Batman has
the Death of Superman,
like 7 Batgirls, and he's got Huntress, and Spider-Man has Spider-Woman and Jessica Kane and Black Cat. Like, they're all just basically variations. Very interesting. Some of them done far better than others. If they actually
so I'm reading Death of Superman, which then is like Funeral for a Friend, and then Return of Superman, and when he comes back, there's like 3 more just random like spin-off Supermans, and he has to figure out which one's the evil one. And it's just like,
doesn't it? It's the Eradicator
and Steel, I believe.
And Steel, John Henry Adams. Black Man, who is inspired by Superman and makes he's basically Iron Man, but with Superman armor. Yeah, and then Superboy, who is ambiguously not sure if he's a clone or not. Bit hot-headed.
They had
classics.
Oh my god, they made a superhero movie and didn't put the superheroes in it. What are you doing? And I just didn't see it happening. And now it kind of makes me think, because it had been greenlit for 2 years, and then they just greenlit Spider Noir, which they're just calling it like Noir. I don't even think that's gonna make it. So much stuff they announced, it just feels like Star Wars movies, where it's just like, I feel like you're just announcing stuff so the investors don't get spooked that you have nothing, and then you can cancel it quietly later. It's like when they put out the economy numbers, and then 2 weeks later, kind of secretly, we adjusted those lowers. Whoops, our bad. Every single month.
See it.
Bridge.
Oh yeah, we already did it once. Why are you on so goddamn? See, either I'm on late at night or we're on super early. We're trying. I don't know. We're excited. Tomahawk for 10. But tell us, would you guys vote for Senator Stephen Armstrong, the most base man there has been?
The guy from the Metal Gear, like Vengeance or whatever meme game.
I don't know, but I would vote for Senator Stretch Armstrong. I would vote for Stretch Armstrong.
Please search for Senator Armstrong. I think that's who it is. Yeah, that game is as memey as possible, and it's Tomahawk, so I feel like that has to be what he's talking about. I might not know producers and directors, but I do know my senators. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's right. He's from Metal Gear. Yeah.
I know things, guys. I know things occasionally.
No, because I realized I've played Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. It's like one of the ones I have played. I played it on Xbox. I know, back in the day. Actually, it was a good one. And yeah, he's a boss fight at the end. He's like the most American meme. That's fucking funny.
And it's memed out like crazy. Oh my god.
I'd vote for Senator Armstrong.
We have the best simps. Only the best simps here at Nerd Rage.
Thank you. Thank you, C Hypno. We could do it too. Thank you, Anners. Oh, I proudly simp for Nerd Wars and the Angry Veteran. Yeah.
Anner's out here saving me from a hypnotic. Thank you. One of these days I'll be able to escape his minds and he won't be able to whip me anymore.
You're gay. Blah, blah, blah. Edit video. Gay.
I know. Someday it'll only have to be you guys calling me gay.
You know, Senator Armstrong did nothing wrong. I'm going to be pardoning him because, of course, going to make him China's ambassador.
The deep state set him up.
Oh, he's going to call you gay even harder now.
Oh, shit. He's here. Hide. Hold on. 1 second. I'm not here. I'm not here. He didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing.
Look at Anders over here. Daddy Hypnotic. Yep. Call him Hattie.
I apologize. Is he gone yet?
Yeah, he's off on LinkedIn or something looking for other editors.
Will you do an impression of an Indian and pretend you're like his new editor being called gay for the first time?
Hello, Mr. Hypnotic. My name is Habib. I am here to do. Yeah, what would you like me to do with this gift here? Do you want me to put the name on top of the what is this you call? It's a funeral? The casket? Yes. What do you want me to put? Yes.
You keep responding with these flags. Where it's blue, pink, and white.
Blue? Is this for baby girl, baby boy?
What country? What country is this? Yeah, that's I feel bad for those poor Indians he's gonna hit up after me.
Have you tried turning it on and off again? Hello, my name is Steve. I'm from North Dakota. Yeah, whatever, fuck. You ever heard the Indian guy try to do a North Dakotan accent?
Dude, we just did more stand-up comedy than Jimmy Kimmel has done in the last decade and a half.
When the fuck has Jimmy Kimmel ever done stand-up comedy? I would postulate.
Oh, well, wait, did he? Wait, maybe did he even? If this rates his Disney bosses,
he did.
We're building one enormous ad-supported pile of shit. Imagine if Jimmy Kimmel could do this, but to Joe Biden. Imagine one late night host. Oh my God, one late night host decides to come out against Biden. They would pop off if they went like Bill Maher mode. But no. And so it's all, he makes fun of him for being a pile of shit, but it's like, hey, buddy, aren't you their late night host? Aren't you one of those? Aren't you part of that pile of shit? Yes, Hayden, we do have the best Sims here. Sorry, go on.
You know who doesn't think you're a piece of shit? Hayden Wayne. I guess I'm a simp too. Play the Metal Gear series. It's amazing. It shows.
I tried the one they have on Steam. There's so many people complaining about how it runs.
Ones. Just play the.
I know. Either 1 or 2. Should I play 1 or 2 on my Switch? That's what I want to know. I've thought about it. Or the Revengeance. That I would also like to play.
I enjoyed Revengeance, but that is skipping ahead. It's amazing. It shows the lies we as citizens of the world are told. I mean, so did Assassin's Creed back in the day, by the way. And the stories unfold beautifully. It's basically prophetic. Something Beardo would not have been able to read. Do it, dude. If nothing else. The whole series. Yeah, Hayden says no. You have to play all of them. It's one storyline.
Wait, like even the 2D stuff?
Whip them out. All of them. Yeah, bitch. All of them. The whole fucking series. What are you, deaf and or stupid? The whole thing.
That's so many. Gotta give me time. Honestly, I'm thinking about stopping playing Knights of the Old Republic now that the spoilers spoiled it for me. Hey, I still have Chrono Trigger.
Can you go spend a month playing every single Metal Gear Solid game back to back all the way through? Thanks. We'll wait. Metal Gear Solid 1, then 2, and 3. Then 4 wraps it up wonderfully and brings the story to a close. Dear God. The whole thing? The whole thing?
I don't know. It might be a little too girthy for me, Hayden.
Can he just have the tip?
I know one story because I think I played it a bit as a kid. I had a friend who played it, but then I also watched Internet Historians got gamer mode or whatever it's called. And I've watched that like 2 or 3 times. So I know the story of 1 very well. So I'm like, just skip to 2.
Norman Irwin, he would do it at the same time. He would just have them all on different screens with.
Oh, yes. I got to do that. I got to do that with Empire Strikes Back and Terminator 2. It was pretty sweet.
When watching Back to the Future 2, when Marty McFly's kid throws on 30 channels onto the TV, everyone's like, oh, I do that every time. I watch 4 movies at once. Yeah, 100%.
I've got 4 monitors going right now, and I don't even need these 2. This monitor specifically is for chat. I mostly just use it to randomly mod people against their will.
Except he's not by himself. He's basking in the glow of the fellowship. And the
voices are real, I swear. There's other people, I swear. And my co-host is an angry badger, okay? I'm not crazy. He's an angry badger.
Life model decoy. Metal Gear Solid Marathon. Do it. Pussy.
Okay, well then, I have to cancel my documentary that I really want to cancel. Let me cancel it.
I guess Rat is talking to himself. Maybe his little rodent designed something on the 3D pad for printing out, but God knows what kind of merch he's going to have.
Banana hammock.
That's
all I want.
Oh, look, Jeremy's creamy back end. I'm well aware of this account. Who is this beautiful mega creature? Well, he's a savior. Yeah, who is it? Is it... I love it. You're America first.
I've got a Trump suit jacket I could put on, but I feel like that's going to be a little too hot. I'm sorry. Maybe...
It's my paralysis demon.
Give me a half hour.
Have you seen the ones of Diddy coming in the room doing the dances, and the guy's like can't move, and they wake up? It's Diddy just dancing. It's good.
My previous job was as a pizza delivery guy, so pretty accurate, Lady Aaron. Thank you.
Who had the creamy number 4 pepperoni?
Yes, infamous. Yes.
Oh, you are indeed. You are known. Yes. All good things.
Only the best. So Jimmy Kimmel. Oh my God.
They bite.
Like, so wasn't it for like the ads? Bob Iger showed up to some like convention for like a bunch of big money advertisers. That's how desperate they are for ads. And then at the end, they let Jimmy Kimmel come on to piss everyone off. And then he was poking fun at streaming bundles. We were bundling, and while from the outside this may look like an act of desperation, from the inside it also looks like that. He was just like saying all the quiet parts out loud. Like, what? It's just like White House Correspondents' Dinner. You know, Bob, when people test the waters, they usually dip in a toe. They don't drown their children. What? Come out. Jimmy Kimmel, come out. Say these same quality jokes about Joe Biden, and you will get some ratings. What? You guys won't have to be doing streaming bundles. Chernobyl, steaming, and then enormous ad-supported streaming pile of shit. He just keeps going and going. Now finally our users can turn on their TV and get all the channels in one package for one price, all supported by ads. We call it basic cable, and it's going to blow your mind. We're consolidating. We are building one enormous ad-supported streaming pile of shit. Literally what we've talked about the last 3 weeks. I even did a recent video about this stuff. How no one cares about TV, streaming killed it, but then streaming killed itself, and now they're turning streaming into old cable.
And now full circle.
Jimmy Kimmel's up there making fun of him for it, and it's just like, how did he make it out of that room? And this was Disney. They're trying to get ad money, and it's not the best economy. When it's not good economy, it's hard to get ad money, and when you do, it's not as much. So you have someone come on and absolutely roast your company.
Yeah, good for them for trying. Tomahawk for 10. Zone of the Enders games are canon follow-ups to Metal Gear. So guess you have to play the two. You have to play the entire Metal Gear series and then do Zone of the Enders games. Of Zone of the Enders? Cool.
Yeah, it's like the mecha robot flying stuff, right? Mecha robot flying stuff, right? I just describe so much Eastern entertainment right there. I am getting really hot in this get up.
I mean, it's a choice that you made to put that on, isn't it?
All right, well, we will cover, what did I do? Terminator 2 first? Yeah, we'll cover Terminator 2 here in a second, but since we're talking about the East, Kill La Kill creator, which is an anime that, let's just say I really enjoy the cosplayers cosplaying Kill La Kill. Creator defends fan service in anime. If we make the work completely sterile, people's immunity will be weakened and they will all die. So it was very tongue-in-cheek. They're definitely joking about this stuff, but some of the stuff they said is amazing. But this is that's pretty mild. Let's see. Yeah, this is Kill La Kill if you're not aware of it.
Which one's the bad one?
And certain times fan service is used in different ways. When we're talking about fan service when it comes to anime and Eastern products, it means bobs. It means bobs and butts.
They sell.
And now
I've heard.
And certain, like with Tifa's panty scene in the remake, they're having to think now about how, we can't really do that anymore. They talk about bathroom scenes and stuff like that. How now they have to think, but by doing that, it hurts the artist. And then they start kind of joking about it. And talk about how it was only possible 10 years ago, or it was only possible because it was made 10 years ago. They couldn't make it now. Nowadays, we have to think a little more about what we can't make. For example, the exposure of skin. I think even I would have to restrain myself from doing a full body depiction of Mako. Yeah, they are. Here we go. This is a good picture.
Jaja, use the boobas. Misa no have the boobas.
I don't think today's audiences would tolerate a peek into the bathroom. He added with a laugh, I would have to make an excuse for it more carefully. This person's life is at stake like that. So they're talking about how, we want to do our normal, horny, weird, occasionally little creepy Japanese things, but now we have to like make excuses to be able to do them. Oh, yes. Yes. So many people seem to have forgotten about what they did to us during lockdowns. I really genuinely appreciate you constantly bringing it up because we cannot forget what they fucking did to us. Went full sci-fi dystopia, like authoritarian tyranny on us.
Manga Defender 98 for 5. Iger, Koof is the reason our stuff sucks. No, it ain't. Unless you're getting advice from /r Koof, blaming a 4-year-old code is beyond tarded. Yeah, no. People have gone back to the movies. Once Maverick hit 1 billion, that was when that stopped being an excuse.
Well, now it's like climate excuses with Doctor Who ratings were low because the weather was too nice. And then some movie that did bad because there was like hurricane-y weather in like California. Yeah, okay.
They're too expensive. There's an hour of commercials beforehand. You have to deal with other people. Most people have 4K televisions and setups. So something has to be of really good quality and word of mouth. Even something like Dune 2 didn't make it past like whatever it was, 7 or 8.
If people talk in my theater, I feel like the seats need to have like a little listening device. And if you make too much noise, it shocks you. If I didn't have my unlimited pass, I'm telling you, I would not be going to theaters. A lot of these movies you guys have me watch, I try to watch with my buddies because you got a big ass TV and a nice sound bar.
Yeah.
I honestly prefer that.
Yeah. Oh no, now we can't believe your conspiracy theories. Oh, okay, good. Now the aliens can't read your brain. Good.
No, God, you're so stupid. Just keep the 5G up, moron.
No, it's so the aliens can't read your wavelengths. They read your wavelengths, man. Yeah,
the woke,
that woke
mind
one.
virus.
The wokies.
And of course, that's what we had the lockdowns for. It wasn't for the actual disease. It was for the woke mind virus and the government
I'll have you
really enjoying power.
I'll have you know that we identify as a stream that does have 20,000 viewers. So
Beardo style.
Don't worry about that. Jeremy's creamy back in. Add another hat. Get out of
With pleasure.
This guy gets it. This guy gets it. Yeah, woke virus is more of an epidemic. Yeah, well, it was part of the plan. It's all part of the plan.
Oh, you want to mention?
I don't know if I'm allowed
voice acting.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys might hear some Badger voice acting here shortly.
Someone has asked me to do a Joker voice. Now I'm not sure which Joker, but one of them in a possible. I don't know how I phrase it, but I'll say it. In a possible animation coming up at some point. So we'll see how that goes. And I heard the other people voice acting in it. Sounds like it actually could be a good one. Shout out, Melanie. Yes.
We don't care if people say, I don't understand, but we don't want them to feel unnecessarily uncomfortable. But on the other hand, this stupid highlighter. After all, we are making commercial work and we want the audience to see it. And as the West starts buying more and more, we become the main audience. So they have to appeal to us more and more. And by that, they appeal to the crazies on Twitter. We don't care if people say I don't understand, but we don't want them to feel unnecessarily uncomfortable. But on the other hand, if we make the work completely sterile, people's immunity will be weakened and they will all die. Therefore, there's a way of thinking that we should dare to take on the stigma and transmit harmful things. So basically arguing to be edgy.
I love to make men uncomfortable. What is this? Yeah, no, what the fuck? You're supposed to make everyone uncomfortable and piss us off. They're doing it wrong.
A lot of people think that Eastern entertainment is safe because of this attitude. And in a lot of ways, it is safer. But as we see with Square Enix or Capcom or all these crazies, the Twitter blue hairs are getting to them. So we got to, build that wall around Japan.
If you count the voices in our head, we beat Friday Night Tights every stream. In our
I've got like 5 costumes on. That counts as at least 5 people viewing, right?
Oh, you're checkboxed. You're checkboxed right up to glory.
This gives me 80s action vibes.
Where's her boobs?
We got skin. We got rocket launchers. Make rocket launchers great again.
For another 5. Also, Kill La Kill is goated. I found it via people pairing Ryuko and Shadow the Hedgehog together. It's weird, but they both look great in red and black.
That actually does make sense. And those Sonic shippers are some interesting characters.
Does that count as like furry? Because Shadow, Hedgehog, bestiality.
Do the Sonic people count as yeah? I think we know the answer to that. Badger.
Sus. No kink shaming around here, though. No kink shaming around here. Tobias Fox and his ilk are welcome. Is that 5 costumes or just one costume of Portland hipster? Yes, it's once the drugs kick in while worshiping St. George and Floyd Lionheart. That's what he wears. St. Jesus, George, Lionheart, Floyd.
Yes, we remember. Yes, we do it with a lofty aspiration. Lofty aspirations. Yes, they are quite lofty. This is what we need to do for the sake of humanity's immunity. He playfully continued. We will never be understood, but we will die with the stigma for the sake of humanity. There's a way to do it with that kind of feeling. Edgelords, yes. Fan service. Give us what we want. And then these people are actual like fans too. We got someone who's working on the Gollum movie, one of 2 movies, was like, here's why I didn't watch Rings of Power and all this stuff. Like all these people making stuff, they prefer them not to like actually care about this stuff. It's why like Microsoft, like president of Xbox or whatever, they're not like gamers. They're not actual fans. And when you get into Eastern entertainment, these dudes, especially doing like anime and manga animation and drawing, it takes so much time. These people work themselves to death for it. They're as passionate as they could be. And turns out you could tell how passionate they are, and they make good stuff because of it, and people buy it. It ends up so popular, their biggest customers end up being international. But then the Twitter blue hairs.
Well, that'd be a shame if maybe someone came in at a crucial spot and changed the meaning of a bunch of shit and localized it up.
Yeah, and that's they're talking now where Hollywood is probably using more AI than they're admitting to. And then when it comes to all the like the localizing and even doing dubbing, they really seem like they're going to be switching to AI voices.
Look
or
at
like
this.
People selling their voices and stuff.
Twitchy little YouTuber with a bird on his shoulder suggesting violence against the furry community. I will not have it on this channel, sir. That is a bigot too far. We are safe space something to to all the furries. You know,
as
this
long
motherfucker got a
as they
costume in his closet.
stay away.
He's got a
from the
bird
kids.
costume in his closet.
I don't think those are furries. I think they call them something else. Like the reptiles are scalies and stuff. So I feel like
Really?
furries or something.
Leona, do you call yourself birdies? Do you dress
Oh,
up like a
he's-
bird? You peck at each other?
He definitely knows. Okay, actually, before we get to Terminator 2, this is really quick. Furiosa, there wasn't even a movie out this week for me to see, but next week we get Furiosa, which I'll be seeing on Thursday. Anya Taylor-Joy has about 30 lines of Furiosa dialogue, spent months without speaking on set, and fought to scream on camera. So I hear she only has 30 lines of dialogue. That makes me think, oh, I'm looking forward to this a bit more. Anyone else also have that feeling? Also, anyone even interested? Anyone in chat? Are you guys planning on seeing this next week?
Everyone fucking is blowing this movie and how much they want to see it, even though I'm like, why? It shouldn't exist. It's like, I just want a Mad Max movie, but whatever. I'm sure she has a nice prequel or whatever.
The less she speaks, though, the less like girl bossy she can be and the less woke crap she can say, though. So I'm fine with silent protagonist in this movie.
I want it because I did. This is like an epic own fucking Badger. If bird haters come on here, I would defend him. You defend the weak. That's right. Heroes defend the weak. Unable
I wasn't
to
a bird
defend
simp,
themselves.
so I did not speak up for the bird simps.
That's good ribbon.
Yeah, see, that's my thought. I probably wouldn't be seeing it otherwise. Anders even says pass.
So the only reason I'm even slightly interested is to see what Chris Hemsworth does, because I do like him and it seems like he might have fun playing a villain, but it's like, bro, I can wait for streaming.
He's the only part of the trailer that had me interested.
Because other than that, if it's not Mad Max, I don't care. I really don't. Especially when I've already seen Furiosa's like catharsis. I've already seen the end of her journey. I don't need to see how she got like to a place of prominence.
That's actually perfect. Road Warrior.
Great movie.
We've broken the I gotta watch a movie.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be watching Furiosa next week. I wouldn't mind skip one and just watch what
Yeah, I guess because I've seen all of
No,
them.
because it's Mad Max, and then it's
Mad Max, and then it's just called Road Warrior.
Road Warrior, and then
Yeah, and then
Thunderdome.
Thunderdome, Mad Max 3, Thunderdome. And
what would you say if I'm watching one? Just go ahead and do Road Warrior.
Yeah, I would tell you to just, even though Mad Max is good, I would probably tell you to watch Road Warrior because it's.
Anners, Hayden, do you approve? I'm gonna be watching Furiosa, so I wouldn't mind watching a good one first, just so I know what exactly I'm looking at.
Kill her. Do it. Kill her.
Well, and that was the whole thing was, yeah, she fought to scream because she's like, I'm a woman. I got all these emotions and I need to be able to get this out, all my emotions out. So she had to fight for weeks with a legendary director to let her scream in the movie.
So Mad Max takes place before society has actually fallen. There's still sort of like police, which is what Max is, and they've got all their leathers and they're pretending. And then by the time of Road Warrior, shit has gone. There's a nuke has gone off elsewhere, but that's what most people think. Fallout based a bunch of shit from Road Warrior, so it's safe to start with. Bro, I remember being 9 years old and watching
Fist of the North Star definitely has some Mad Max vibes, also some like Conan the Barbarian vibes.
Yeah, there's some, which I didn't realize as a kid that like there was an actual Mad Max movie because my grandparents bought me this VHS for Road Warrior in like a Floridian like video store while I was on vacation because the room had a VHS. Anyway, so at 9, I'm watching Road Warrior and there's graping and all these things. Oh, that is culture. But that's also that's where my like of post-apocalyptic type shit came from, is watching Road Warrior as a kid and just like that whole genre. I think it's the not having rules. Max is a good person in a world with no rules. I don't know. It's a fun environment.
Oh, well, that's what you get a little bit from Lucy in Fallout.
It's why I like all of it. Is does a good person stay good no matter how much shit is thrown at them?
Exactly.
And it's fun kind of grooming
that.
that I approve of, though, is the showing movies to kids young so they understand about fucking what we got going on around here and not accepting shit.
Yes, show your kids Terminator 2.
By the way,
and Kill
I'd like to point out that Mr. Tech Rat said that at 11:11 on the timestamp here, which to me is like my holy number. I see 11:11 a lot.
That's like
when I'm
everyone.
On point.
Yeah, everyone sees it.
Well,
yeah,
he sees like
bad literally
numbers.
Everyone does.
Really? Oh, well, fuck you.
Yeah, I see my lucky numbers too. But yeah, no, that's very much a normal phenomenon. Yes.
Oh, well,
Terminator.
fuck you, ruin it.
Terminator 2 turns out was pretty good. Who would have thought? We had a stream where we debated if Terminator 2 or Empire Strikes Back was a better sequel.
Yeah.
My response after the stream to Badger was, which one is Empire? So I watched Terminator 2, A New Hope, and Empire all within like 24 hours. Terminator 2, all the fire at the beginning reminds me of my thumbnails. It's that same sort of like fiery explosion. And every time they kept doing it, I just kept thinking of like my Hypnotic Live thumbnails where I use like 5 explosions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 33, that's another one. 222 is my lucky one. So I see like 222 or like 1222 a lot. And yeah, it's not really the number that matters. It's that little weird metaphysical tap on your shoulder.
11:11 is mine. Yeah, well, it's normally when I've done something and it's like a confirmation I see it, or like I feel like I'm on mission, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah, and it's not even the number that matters. It's just whatever number is significant to you. It's that little tap that makes you like randomly check the time for no reason.
Yeah.
Intro slow-mo on or slow zoom on the Terminator, and then you get the music or whatever, and then it does like the closing Judgment Day stuff. So yeah. it's amazing what we have for like editing and stuff now, because back in the day something like that's like so good and I'm just like I don't even think I feel like that was a little cringe for me to do. So yeah.
I think it worked.
Oh yeah, no, I liked it. That's why I wrote it down.
Oh, shut up.
Arnold spawns in and the bubble cuts through like a trailer and like some later with like some fence, and they just have like orange spray paint or orange like marker on the edges. It was so ridiculous. I love all the bad sci-fi effects. Terminator Red and Black Vision. He can actually see. In Terminator 1, whenever it would cut to his eyes, it was like so dark you couldn't see anything. I'm like,
and that's obviously
this is the worst. And now you can actually see it.
They had computer generated effects as opposed to whatever like fucking animated overlay that was.
The clothes he stole were pretty badass, but I prefer the ones from Terminator 1 because he had all the spikes and stuff on him. He needed more spikes. But then immediately he does that, and then it goes to the bed of the bone, and he's on the motorcycle nice and early, and then dude butt.
Yeah, you have a problem with dude butt.
Which I
They're at least
assume is
consistent.
I assume is the Liquid Terminator guy's butt.
Yeah.
And my biggest complaint was that John was a little shit. I put that a lot of times, and it starts with quote, "She's not my mother, Todd."
Todd.
And
by the way, you know who that chick was, right? His mom?
No.
Oh, you haven't watched Aliens yet.
I'm working on it. But then,
yeah, that's all right.
But then the Terminator cop shows up and gets the picture of him. John says, "That's a good-looking boy. Mind if I take the picture?"
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
John is a little shit. Sarah with the long cigarette ash. I love all the cigarettes and stuff in these 80s movies, and the long ash to show that someone's like really in their head.
Been
like
sitting there for a minute. Yeah.
80s things I like. The one-sided glass. Obviously 80s, lots of like cops and interrogating people. I'm seeing all the one-sided glass, loving it. We need more one-sided glass. Miles Dyson, black scientist. Who would have thought there was diversity in the 80s?
And can we talk about what a fucking absolute bro John's friend is? The redhead. In the beginning.
In what way? In what way?
Bro, he runs cover for him. He's like, yeah, split, get out of here. He tells the cops, nah, and it's like he's a homie. He's there. He's trying to get him to like John is a dick to him. Is that your mom? He's trying to fucking. He's a good dude. Like most kids
I
would not
prefer
be
him.
like that.
And he was a ginger, despite his gingerness.
They did.
And
I know you've never
haircut.
watched it. The Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles. Lena Headey, she's really good in it. They had something similar to his friends being hunted because they go on to survive and be like his lieutenants and shit.
Oh,
so
really?
Terminators come back for them too.
So
Yeah, that's sort of what the third one is.
Wait, so the little ginger is like a future war hero? So Sarah attacking the psychiatrist after she acts all normal and then she won't. And oh my God, like why? I needed less John, more Sarah. She was amazing in this. He goes to the arcade and plays Missile Command, which was also my jam, I think, at the bowling alley when I was a kid.
By the way, for what happens with Judgment Day, that's a bit on the nose. Do you want to take some of that off? Sorry, it's okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, the Missile Command is a bit on the nose of what Skynet does when they do fucking launch.
Oh, I need, but
message. Yeah.
That's so stupid.
There was a time
I was too distracted by the Liquid Terminator starting to shove children. I believe 3 children that he shoves. I was a big fan of that, including future war hero.
She stabbed me in my knee with my pencil last week.
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Silverman.
The slow-mo pulling a shotgun out of the like roses box, the slow motion, and what does he says got get down or whatever? Yeah, just yells get down. I mean, I would have loved not knowing that he was the good guy in this one. That scene where she's stuck, like they're stuck between the two. Oh, I would have been so cool if I didn't already know.
Originally, they did somewhat maintain ambiguity of whether or not he was
spoiled
the villain.
In the trailer. In the trailer, did people already know going in?
Yeah, I remember back in the day that it was a little ambiguous as to who exactly was the. Now you can see, but
that would have been so good.
Yeah.
The chase scene, he finally thinks he's done. He's like, is it over? And then the truck jumps off the bridge and still keeps going.
By the way, Robert Patrick invented that special run, like where we're making his hands look like blades and really fucking getting it after it. And yeah, those stunts, boy, can you see in 4K that's just like some effeminate dude playing a 10-year-old boy. And like when Arnold with the horrible prosthetics over his to look like Arnold jumps, that's a specially rigged Harley so the shocks don't blow because they really did that jump. Remember, kids, they didn't have fake, like he really jumped that shit.
I love all the real stunts and all the real explosions. Oh my God.
Again. Yeah. Really good shit.
And then the truck gets turned into a convertible. When it goes
I love it when he
just
pushes the Robert Patrick killed it.
And then the truck explosion, gigantic, also again reminded me of one of my thumbnails.
Oh, and do you remember me telling you that Lance Hendrickson in the first one was originally going to play the Terminator because he was going to be small and slight? And look at what they did with the T-1000. He's small and slight. Like they finally got to that version of it.
Yeah, and that was part of our discussion of what was the better sequel. Is Terminator 2 kind of stands on its own, is basically just does the first one again, but builds up on it, does it even better, progresses the story a bit more. Whereas something like Empire Strikes Back is most certainly like a number 2, and you gotta watch that number 1 and such like that, which I really liked. I enjoyed because I really enjoyed the big trucks. I enjoyed the motorcycle, and they just got right into that stuff, and then built on top of that with even bigger like trucks.
Yeah, that fucking shotgun he has with like the weird hand guard but no trigger guard, so he can do that flip shit that Arnold apparently invented and was just doing constantly. Yeah, I'm here for it. God, it seems like it would be easy to fucking misfire that one, but it's like while holstering and shit. But
and then this is when I took a break because I was paying attention to this movie, and then I just put on A New Hope on the side while I did some editing, and that was pretty awesome. Getting to switch back and forth between Terminator and A New Hope, and my note was more lasers. We need more lasers.
Yeah, and
then followed by John is a little shit, and then face lick from the doctor when he licks Sarah's face and then says, why? That was weird.
This is an important distinction, and I'll point out because I know John is going crazy over there. 2 Towers, Back to the Future. They're just not in the conversation. If it was, it would be a different conversation. It was between these and its originals. That being said, T2 does have that you could just watch it. You don't actually need to see the originals, as opposed to Back to the Future 2, which you sort of need to see the first one, and 2 Towers, which is sort of you get away with it, but it really helps to have seen the first one. T2 stands almost fully on its own.
Originally, when I was like, I'm only going to watch one of them, I think you told me to watch T2. You told me to watch Aliens as well.
Yeah, and I don't know, I don't know, Mr. Backend. If you can indeed just watch Empire without the A New Hope, at least base. I guess you can, but it would not.
I would not advise it.
I don't think it would have the same gravitas.
I just watched it, and I would not. Yeah. You'd be really confused.
I really think it's important to see to see Luke as a whiny bitch. That's what a Wyke is a whiny bitch. It's important to see Luke as a whiny bitch in the first one, to see just how far he's come in the second one, and then again in the third one when he's in all black and he's like force choking the Gamorrean guards and shit.
The all black is definitely
character
the best.
Fucking
that, and then when he gets his I think when he gets his medal, when he's got like the beige jacket on and stuff like that.
Yellow pimp jacket.
I wish that had been his like normal costume. That thing was awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So after face flick, we get Terminator 2 coming out of the floor when they're in like the loony bin. Is the black and white checkered floor.
Yep.
That was actually some pretty darn good effects. Like what the heck? And him coming up out that was good stuff. I was not expecting to be so impressed.
For you. He likes you.
Thank you. Thank you. Feel free to super chat more money to add a 6th hat on. I'll put
gladly
them all
play
back
as
on,
you in Red Dead
but
Redemption
it's a
3.
little spicy right now.
My Wykers. Yeah, go hard R on that with the Wyke. I'm a Wyka.
We've still got 40 minutes. I'll have more costumes. Yeah. Badger definitely didn't just accidentally say the wrong thing.
I want to go to Tashi Station to pick up some power converters. He was a Wyke. He was a whiny ass bitch. He was.
So Terminator's not allowed to kill, so he just kneecaps the security guard and says he'll be fine. Right? Is that happen, or am I misremembering?
He did. He kneecaps a company. He will not be permanently damaged.
And then elevator scene with like sword blades coming down through the ceiling, like legit terrifying.
Yeah.
Like if I saw that as a kid, I'd probably be like afraid to get on elevators for a little.
By the way, but you know how they always joke about like, oh, Sarah didn't have agency or something. She just grabs the gun and on her own is like pop, 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 perfect form.
She was amazing.
No drop. That's what's up. That's how you write a on purpose character, like an on point character.
And the first one, she's not like that at all. And then she's like, oh, I can't believe I become, this leader that trains my son. Me?
Did you see her arms? Like when she's working out on the bed and she's doing
that's
the
how
push-ups
it
and
starts,
shit.
Right? Yeah.
And then the eyes, like oh shit, that's not someone who just like put some blue dots on her arms and got the CGI glow up, or did some Tybo or something like that. That's a date one.
John is a little shit. And then hasta la vista, baby. I never understood that was like him teaching us our slang, which definitely makes that line a lot funnier. The gun vault, and John grabs an Uzi. As I've mentioned before, things I love seeing in 80s movies now, that we need to bring back more Uzis. So I was happy to see a little Uzi representation. And then, of course, he grabs the minigun. He starts blasting and then whips out the grenade launcher. That's what I'm talking about, how they did T1, but just like went even bigger on everything. And then I think Yeah, he's shooting outside on like the window, mowing down all the cop cars or whatever, and then gigantic explosion when the black scientist man is like dying. He tries to keep it up, boom, and then it goes off. Oh my god, it's so good.
By the
and
way,
then, of course, yeah, his whole scene, him working with them, and the like Sarah not want to kill him, his, like family and all that stuff, also excellent.
One of those people that says Terminator wasn't a horror movie or an action movie. It's a fucking romance movie that has some horror and some action in it. Reese goes across time for Sarah.
I love that line.
You can reframe the entire movie that he said yes because he's fucking in love with her. He got that. And John is a sadistic little fuck because he gave that picture to him knowing, hi, Dad, here's this picture so you could become infatuated with my mother. And then when I send you back in time, you'll already be getting the good. So I'm born, like creates his own existence. Because I think there was never an existence where John just became the hero for no reason. He was always a self-fulfilling. And he went across time for Crazy Town and he got it.
Would you bang T2, Sarah?
Oh, yeah. I'm not offended by so she had some muscles. That's all right. The rest of her was still the same.
Hope your phone, hope a notification doesn't come off because she'll probably think you're a robot and immediately kill you.
No, she'll do it like Amazonian style. She'll make me like, oh, okay, just don't hurt me, Sarah. Yeah, it's all right. No fate but what you make, bro. I mean, James Cameron married her. Divorced by the second movie, but married her in the first one. And T2 Sarah is the Sarah that every fucking one talks about and compares to when they try. And then, of course, in Genesis, they had to make her a drunken piece of shit that says she drinks and gets blacked out every night. Oh, yeah, don't watch it, bro. Don't.
Okay, here, I got to finish this. So I got to put you in charge for a sec, do a little texting.
Yeah, okay. Did he really?
Motorcycle jumping to the helicopter, the Liquid Terminator, I believe it was, right?
The T-1000?
Yeah, we definitely need more motorcycles jumping and then the person landing on helicopters. Hell, even like Captain America, didn't he do that?
Get out.
The
ending guy just jumps out.
Yeah, the ending. Oh yeah, I know. And I was like, is he okay?
I probably broke his legs. He probably broke some ankles.
The fire and ice. That whole combination of what like the liquid whatever.
So they don't go
and then all the fire. I like that.
The T-1000 obviously has its weakness in if you get it super hot or super cold. It fucks with the and that's the same thing with shooting it with bullets. It sort of interrupts, which makes it stop and pause.
I love that. And like the dents it made in them.
Yes. And then it can't immediately, so you can give it enough damage that it fucks it up and makes it go down and like restart, and then it can heal up and come up. So it's not a perfect version. Now, Kristanna Loken in T3, she can get it too, and it's both. She's a physical like Terminator, and it has liquid mimetic polyalloy, Jesus Christ, and it has like Wi-Fi hacking because it was early 2000s, so like she can hack other computers which didn't exist in T2. But yeah, what are you gonna do? The grenade launcher and minigun scene are my favorite. Dude, there's a bunch. First of all, Uncle Bob. Yeah, and then all the guns, the minigun, that's definitely you. And then at the end where he still doesn't kill all the cops, he's just shooting at the cop cars, walking by the SWAT team, just kneecapping all of them. Man, I know now why you cry, but it's something I'll never do. Fucking
Yeah, I can't believe I convinced you guys to pay me to watch this. It's so freaking good.
It's so Hi, Bob. Miniguns aren't mini. They aren't mini at all. Well, in comparison to him, they're mini. In comparison to like a big ass fucking actual cannon. Besides, Arnold made it look small comparatively. T2 was groundbreaking digital effects for 100%, and they were still doing physical.
It still held up too most times.
Hey, sometimes Erwin gets overstimulated and he has to take care of things, and so let him have his 15-minute mandatory wank break. All right, I can't be a hypocrite. The M.
Well, you guys want to know what?
Gun.
So I message my Geeks and Games people through Messenger, Facebook Messenger. And after 6 months of using it and everything being perfectly fine, they decided that my account, I was a bot. So they froze my account. So I wasn't getting messages. So I was ghosting my boss because I didn't realize it because Facebook said I was a bot.
Yep. Jeremy gonna be big bad.
Mildly furious.
Terminator Zero, an 8-episode Netflix anime set in Japan, will drop on August 29th, 2024. Erwin, have you seen or added Sword of the Stranger to your list? Jay Frazier for 5.
Right there. And I knocked out Fist of the North Star yesterday.
And you know what? Shout out, Jay Frazier. I do believe it was you that super chatted on Geeks and Gamers in the morning, suggesting that Erwin get on Critic Lists, and that myself and the chat roast you on your opinions. And that's what it takes. Yes, mention us on other streams. Get them out there. Mention us on F&T so we can grift on there.
Shout
out.
Feel like
I
doing
believe you.
Top one. That's Critic List though. Top. I swear. I got all the post-it notes for you.
Did you see this where Jeremy got unfollowed from Geeks and Gamers, where he was looking through Twitter and then he was like, "Oh, suggested."
It didn't say follows you on it,
and they unfollowed him, so he unfollowed us. He had to follow them again. Yeah, no, there's some weird shit.
I also have a post-it note you guys might be really mad about. I was watching the Red Letter Media Half in the Bag, and they mentioned a movie that I was
Jaws.
Like, I'm probably gonna need to add to my list. I haven't seen Jaws. I'm sorry, guys.
You go in the cage.
I'm sorry, guys. I'll
cage goes in the water.
I'm sorry.
Sharks in the water.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to do better.
Our shark.
I'm sorry.
Farewell and adieu to you, fair Spanish ladies.
It's on the list now, I swear.
Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain.
So we have often, I know, Anners. I'm watching these, so I'm a better person. So you will think more highly of me. That's the only reason I'm watching these. And also, Tomac pays me, drops undies to watch amazing anime. Oh my god,
Here
you
lies
guys are the best.
The body of Annie Lee. Kept her virginity till 23. Not a bad record for this facility. God damn, you watch Jaws. Get all these fucking jokes.
So I was wondering what you were on about. No.
Yes, I can kick the host. Sorry. Did it for the jokes.
You're double fired. No, fine. Here, Badger can be on top.
There's so many Jaws.
You guys just digital guillotine me.
I'm not gonna lie. I really did think you had seen Jaws. I thought we had gone over it, and that's why I never asked you about it. That's a big one, bro. The kids are in the yard, not too far from the car. Yeah, fuck. Go watch Jaws.
And wait, is this just a Jaws 1 situation?
Yes.
Okay.
One and done. Just a Jaws 1 situation. Okay. Here, you go back on top. This is weird.
So
it's kinky.
We've been talking about how cancel culture in a lot of ways is over. And now currently, to Joe Biden's despair, is the left have done a lot of eating themselves. We've been talking about like Michael Rappaport. Finally came out. He was the head of all TDS. And it's finally all like, Biden's an MF or I voting for Trump's on the table. And then like a few weeks later, he's canceled for a comedy club because he's also coincidentally quite Jewish. So he happens to land on one side of this war going on. So they're eating their own, and now they're literally calling it a digital guillotine. Online leftists organizing against celebs who haven't weighed in. So it's the silence is violence. It's like the white silence crap. So if you haven't talked about the war, you are suspect and we have to cancel you. So they're digital guillotining people into not following all these celebrities, which is actually like silver lining really good. Like stop following these celebrities and your brain might stop rotting quite so fast. So they're making everyone not follow them and forcing them to come out. And it even worked. It's the next one I'm watching. I was gonna watch it yesterday, but I made the mistake of watching 20 seconds of Fist of the North Star, so it ended up skipping ahead of several. That's your fault, Tomac.
There's a digital guillotine, and it's in this fucking chat every time you mention you haven't seen a seminal movie.
Guillotine, I'm sorry. I say manga here.
Oh, I'll say guillotine.
I live in the Midwest
instead of guillotine. I'll say guillotine.
This is America.
Yeah. I've heard it both ways.
Yeah, I mean, he puts the L in LGBTQ. I put the L in guillotine.
Yeah, that's fine.
So they've
guillotine.
They even managed to get Lizzo, who totally retired from singing, she swears, got her to like come out, and then she said that it like ended her depression or some crap. And so they're going after like Haley Bailey. Is that Black Little Mermaid?
That's the stunning and brave Little Mermaid, bigot.
Well, she attended the Met Gala and said, "Let them eat cake." Well, you've done nothing with your 10 million flower platform as people are starving and dying. We sentence you to the, as they call it, digitine.
We speak American around here.
And in the process, she dropped from 10 million TikTok followers to 9.9 million. So they actually are getting people, like, they're getting some actual numbers to stop following these people. And I'm like, it's, you know, what is hashtag blockout 2024 movement? It's all about going after like Taylor Swift and stuff and not following them because they won't speak out on this issue. And I'm like, I hope the celebrities don't speak out and people just stop following them and these stupid pop stars have less influence. Like, why is Taylor Swift telling people who to freaking vote for, or The Rock? So there might be a little silver lining. People might stop following all these crazies, but it's not going to make them any less crazy if they're going on about digital guillotines. Mostly I want to talk about this, though, is with cancel culture being gone and whatnot, and we haven't, why I like making people remember the lockdowns is these guys are just waiting and biding their times, and they are ready to go full authoritarian again the second they get the freaking chance. And they show their true colors all the time. They're literally going about guillotines there. These people are crazy, and we like to think in a situation us normal, well-armed people would win this easily and whatnot, but these guys, they're going to lose their minds even more. They're eating each other, but that's when things get really dangerous. And if Trump manages to win in 2024, that digital guillotine isn't just going to be coming for celebrities, it's going to be coming for all of us again. Yeah. But I don't think it's going to be as effective now that they don't have Twitter.
When the chips are down, these people, they'll eat each other.
Yes, exactly. They are eating this. They're eating the rich. They're eating the celebrities.
Yeah, man.
And of course, it's all on TikTok and crap. It's just like,
so here's the real question: is it Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean caramel.
The Pirates of the Caribbean, but I'm going to the Caribbean.
Only then. Yes.
I'm going to the Caribbean. Right. I don't know why that fucking exists the way that exists, but that's how it exists in the duality of my fucked up head. Pirates of the Caribbean, but I'm going to the Caribbean.
And caramel.
Diddy is hiding in the Caribbean. If he loses his money, he'll become a pirate of the Caribbean.
I'm just happy all the Diddy channels have something to talk about again. I did not watch the video, but apparently he did not treat his girlfriend very well.
Yo, my God. Yeah, he's got a good right hook, though.
Yeah, one could say it was satanic and evil. King Charles unveils hellish portrait. I'm really glad you guys had me watch Ghostbusters 2. Because this gave me gave everyone some serious Ghostbuster 2 vibes.
Aluminium. I got it on him. He thought he'd try to get smart with me. Aluminium. I know how you Brits say it. Aluminum.
Yes. Honestly, that one I support. That's one we should change.
I'm all right with it. I'll call it aluminium.
If you guys have better words than us, I'm happy to switch. Aluminium sounds great. It reminds me of adamantium, personally.
Yeah. And I've seen this joke too. He's totally fucking Vigo from Ghostbusters 2. He's seen it.
Wigo. You got to say it as Wigo, or else Leon's gonna get mad.
He's seen it.
I
will defend him. He's seen it. He's in both of them
very recently, and people were not happy with my thoughts on the first.
Yeah, I was gonna say now ask him what his rating. Now ask what his rating was.
That's a big reason I don't do ratings anymore. Thank you very much, Ben.
We digitally
him. Thanks to the lovely people in chat like Andrew.
Guillotine sounds better than guillotine, personally. I don't know why. Sounds more violent. But guillotine, whatever. Fine.
When you say stuff wrong, it just means you've been saying it for a long time before people know how to say stuff right.
Canonically. Thanos.
And they just now, do I think there are Baphomets hiding in the painting? I mean, I get why people are saying that, but like, this is hellish enough without them hiding like satanic imagery in it. And did he look at this beforehand? Yeah, honestly, I think he captured King Charles, his likeness, pretty well, especially the Hellfire. Okay, I hate to remind you guys again. Yeah, guillotine. Speak American. Where's he from? I thought he was American. Get him out of here, guillotine. Air Force celebrates Pride Month amidst worst recruiting crisis in modern history. Pride Month is coming.
I can't wait. Record high numbers of people joining up for the safe space of the military.
If you remember, last Pride Month, the first day, all the mega corpos did the Pride Month stuff. A lot of them, day 2, they changed it back. So there is hope. I'm really interested. It's really going to show how far we are in the culture war to see how crazy this Pride Month is. It's definitely going to be like a bellwether.
I like when people super chat Beardo nonsensical shit so that he has to read it and it sounds nonsensical. One of my favorite trolls that they do. And then Jeremy screaming.
Yeah, definitely a lot better than them trying to slip like slurs into the
Power through, Beardo. I hate when I actually have to do stuff at work. I miss so much. I know, bro. I hate when you have to do shit at work. I fucking missed you last night.
All right, so
No
we
homo.
are getting speaking of
Do we get to
Missouri,
do it?
Kansas,
Kill her.
Midwest. So we've got this gentleman is on the Chiefs, an incredibly offensive title. Change.org petition calls for NFL to fire Harrison Butker for remarks at Catholic college. So basically, he gave a commencement speech at a Catholic college, and he's Catholic, and he said Catholic things.
Are
and
we
he
still
said
doing
and he said
change.org?
He said Joe Biden is a fake Catholic. So now they are trying to cancel him. Everyone's all mad that Jamel Hill from ESPN is all angry and whatnot. Now, how do you think the fans have responded? Because they often respond in the exact same way to these situations. His jersey
Visceral outrage.
His jersey sales skyrocket amid backlash over a faith-based commencement speech. He was a Catholic around Catholics, and he said Catholic things. Cancel that man now.
Didn't he have Biden, that is, Dylan Mulvaney to the White House?
Oh God, yeah, and a bunch. One of them that was like flashing their man boobs.
Yeah.
And they're no longer allowed at the White House. So, and then it wasn't just change.org. Missouri Attorney General investigating Kansas City Mayor's office for doxing Harrison Butker. For some reason, the official Kansas City Twitter was like, reminder, he lives in this city here. And then they deleted it.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
The city's Twitter doxed him.
Yeah.
For being a Catholic around Catholics.
Yeah, no, they want violence to happen. It's equivalent of might as well just swat him.
And since I think another football players come out because there are coincidentally a lot of Christians. Coincidentally, a lot of black people are Christians. And yeah, so it's just, and this used to just be normal. Now they're like, this is evil the worst. I can't believe he'd ever say something like that. It's like this country is built by Christians coming here to escape the Catholics. And then the Catholics came here too. My family's Catholic. We apologize.
Dick Butkus is going to be hard to mess up or hard to get again. I don't know if we'll ever get that beautiful name again.
Yeah, I will say reading the Batman stuff and Dick Grayson, it's definitely some interesting phrasing on occasion.
You definitely don't name anyone Richard and then have their nickname.
Yes. All right. So, and then speaking of getting canceled, teacher gets fired for not using proper pronouns, wins $360,000 from the school district. I also refuse to use preferred pronouns. Where do I pick up my $360,000 exactly?
I'm missing out. This is a grift I can get on. Yeah,
you're telling me I can make that kind of money by not using preferred pronouns? Show me some pronouns, and I will not use the preferred ones, please. Here, look. Here we go.
I'm they/thems now.
Look at this man and woman. I think I misgendered him. God, I can't even tell with that one on the left. Dang it, that's the worst when you can't even tell what gender they are to misgender them.
Oh, neither can Chat GPT. Do you think if we add in pronouns for Gay Pride Month, we'll get a boost in the algorithm?
Or do some hashtag pride, hashtag LGBTQ2SLIAMNOP?
Leona, were we talking about this last night? I can never fucking remember now when I'm talking on where, but somewhere about on Gay Pride, if you put pronouns in your bio, you get a boost in the algorithm. And if this is true,
yes,
I'm clearing it up.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I'm a black non-binary lesbian, but I haven't gone pronoun routes. I did check it out and I thought about it, but I couldn't bring myself to it. If I do it, I'm totally gonna do Faye, Fair, Z, Zer.
Okay, then
which is hypnotics pronouns, because as we all know, I'm not doing it because I actually feel that way. I just want to be cool like all of my friends. So I'm gonna steal his exact pronouns so I can be.
All right, worked for him last year. Yeah, that's right. Okay, they, them, non-binary, Native American. If you shut up, All right.
I'm telling you, it works.
gonna-
I don't want pronouns on my fucking YouTube channel.
I'm
but-
part Puerto Rican, so I'm gonna call myself Afro-Caribbean.
Afro-Caribbean. Oh my god. The Angry Badger is Miles Morales. The Angry Badger is Miles Morales.
It's that Puerto Rican elf is my representation in Rings of Power, and I reject it.
How much do they enjoy the taste of cicadas in Puerto Rico? Or where are you from? Dominican?
They have them. How dare you?
So you know how they keep telling us whenever we bring up eating the bugs, they tell us we are imagining it. Well, coincidentally, a bunch of cicadas are coming out, like 2 different types coming out at the same time, which is the first time in like hundreds of years or something. We've got like a cicada eclipse stuff like going on right now. So of course they're pushing all the "you should eat the bugs" propaganda. So they tell us you're crazy for thinking you want us to eat the bugs. Also, we're putting bug flour in your food now. You're crazy. We don't want you to eat the bugs. Also, this is a great opportunity to eat the bugs.
Yeah, they taste delicious covered in chocolate. So much protein.
Are going to gaslight. Yeah,
a little bit of salt.
Oh my god. Yeah, what was
Nicole
that?
Kidman did it.
Yeah,
did you see it?
I was trying to remember who it was.
Yeah, it's cool. It was on that guy. He put it on a burger at the end of the movie. Your favorite movie, Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman 2. Literally, the entire like DCEU ends with eating Z-bugs. Because I assume most of you did not see Aquaman 2, the secret ending. Because there's a joke about Aquaman convinces his brother to eat a cockroach because he pretends like they're really good. He's trying to,
it's a brother, older brother thing.
But then he likes the cockroach taste. So at the end, he eats the hamburger and is like,
Shill.
Kills a cockroach, puts the cockroach on, eats it, and then is like, So normal like beef burger, Put a bug on there.
We got a whiskey
That's
echo foxtrot chill in the chat right here talking about crickets.
You know why? Because chocolate is actually good.
Because chocolate's good.
Have you tried putting chocolate on peanuts or raisins?
You just eat the
I
chocolate.
hear those are also good.
If you just eat the chocolate without the crickets, it would also be good.
Crazy. Yeah. What do you chefs call it? Like a reduction? No, not a reduction. What is it when you like disassemble the thing?
Deconstructed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just eat the chocolate and it's a deconstructed chocolate cricket.
Yeah, it's like this ugly bitch is really hot when you drink a bunch of alcohol. It's like you could just drink the alcohol or go with a hot chick. You don't have to do the two together. Yeah. It's chocolate is the alcohol lenses for food. You just put it on everything and it makes everything better. But you could just do it on its own.
Butter and salt would probably.
You've never had chocolate covered butter, then it becomes into a nosh or whatever the fuck that shit was. Yeah.
This one I randomly found. It broke my brain. Why more comedies like Babes would end capitalism? My first thought is Babes. Never heard of it. Have you heard of this comedy, Babes?
I've heard of it. I've heard of it talked about, but I've not actually watched it.
So it's a mom comedy. It has a bunch of women.
Sounds
great. A comedy starring women.
Women can be funny, you bigot. I've heard it. It's true.
They sound off on what's hilarious about pregnancy and parenting and justice for men's roles in these narratives. Wait, they're saying nice things about men? They do actually say a bunch of nice things about men.
I'll support that.
They say like we need to have babies and we love our men and all this stuff. But then they also say we need to end capitalism because I'm tired of working for 6 billionaires. This one broke my brain. Badger, you speak while I find more mind-breaking in this.
Yeah, as Hayden, I'm not allowed to be free with my use of the word, at least not on his channel. But maybe I'll be flowing free. Words of Paradise.
You dropped a hard K yesterday. Jesus Christ, poor guy.
I don't think that's actually what you think it is. I don't think that's the algorithm doesn't look at that the same way as other words.
It's still a slur. Yeah, I know it was like originally just meant like what, immigrant or whatever and stuff like that. But the hard R N word just means black in French, but it's still a gamer word.
Much like Ubisoft and others deciding who and what gets representation, some of those words aren't as offensive as others. There's certainly like when they're like, no one says anything about Guinea if you're Italian, right? That's a slur.
Oh yes, I know, but like yes, I know. The hypocrisy is insane. I'm aware. Oh my god, this
I'll fly kites all day long. I love kite flying.
The Hollywood Reporter, when you try to highlight text, it will highlight what you want and then shoots up half the freaking. When I was pregnant, I had this experience where I was like, I identify as a non-binary woman. And I was feeling my masculinity and my femininity in my body in a new way. I used to really feel like my femininity was like me doing drag, that I was really this like masculine, Jewy little guy. Oh God, no, please let me talk, Badger. Honestly, I look at Richard Simmons and I'm like, totally, me too, dude. So you read that and you're like, this is the craziest, wokest person I've like. What is wrong with these people? But then they also get like really based in ways too. And they talk about like how we need to have more kids and how like they're magical and stuff like that. And then they talk about how much they love their men. Let's see. Yeah, Michelle and I are lovers of men. Hollywood Reporter, I am about to put you down, bro. Stop resisting. Michelle and I are lovers of men. Come on. Oh my God.
Is that Obama
that
talking?
Sounds like Barack Obama. Oh
Is that Barry? Is that our friend Barry talking? Yeah, well, allegedly.
Quote,
Big
Michael
Mike
and I,
we love our men.
Are lovers of men.
Yeah,
we really love our men. We talk about our gratitude for our men. That's one of the things I love about the new Ultimate Spider-Man is him and MJ like really love each other. And she's like constantly like talking about how great a husband he is. It's freaking heartwarming because normally these days we get like the Homer and Marge like relationships where they all like hate each other and stuff. Wham, boom, straight to the moon. Yes, I know what that means. And then talks about how the other people love their husbands too. And he's such a supportive, wonderful man and his wife's a fucking badass. And in this system that we live in, men's complexity of character hasn't been honored, even with centering them, saying that men haven't been done justice. What are the most expensive movies? All guns and violence. It's not humanizing. Men are not being humanized despite being centered. Wait, no. You were going on something good, and then you said, don't do 80s action stuff with all the guns and explosions. No,
yeah, we're never
never
more humanized than when we're doing that. That's who we are. You
know
what?
Talks
Ryan,
about, yeah,
Ryan Gosling did it.
Oh my God, I hate you, Hollywood Reporter. But it's talking about how men need to show more sensitivity. So it's like, you almost had me. You almost had me.
Ryan Gosling just did it in Fall Guy. He played a sensitive man who was strong, got his ass beat, kept doing it, talking about how
Taylor Swift.
And still maintain some manlyhood, I would say. I'm just saying.
Yeah, where Emily Blunt's character was the opposite. She was the one who was all like, love is dead and stuff like that, where he was like the emotional one.
Erwin.
And normally they flip it and you'd think that'd be terrible, but it worked really well. I am sensitive. That's why I identify as gay in another timeline.
I would say he has a high amount of an emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. It's a rare thing.
Hypnotic just refers to it as gay.
Yeah. Well, there's a shocking lack of emotional intelligence in a lot of people, and it leads to them being complete fucking dummies that don't pick up on social cues or, other fun things that end up leading to cameras on the whole time, and other weird moments.
All right, we got the end capitalism.
Winding down.
Yeah, we're going to end capitalism real quick, and then I'm going to talk about empire, and we will be getting out of here. It would end capitalism if we took more moments to revel in the magical beauty that is our existence. She's talking about like when she had a kid and she's like, I can't believe I made this. It's so beautiful. Oh yeah, it's almost like that is a human life we should protect, not say it's a human right to destroy. Crazy. So it's so weird, but hey, they got their motherly instinct still. We got these Hollywood liberal women who still have managed to keep their motherly instincts. Because that's a big thing is, go be a whore in your 20s, and maybe at 35, once maybe you're got mid management, then maybe have a kid, maybe. Yeah. And they ruin all these. When it's like, no, well, that's what the kicker was saying at the Catholic commencement speech. He was saying, women, you should go be moms and have kids, and you'll be much happier than going and working for a bunch of corpos. So like he nailed it. Like I think I only went through like half over so, and it was I could tell why.
I'd rather go be a house mom than go work for the corporate overlord masters.
It sounds like a sweet gig.
Hey, I can
do a lot of work. I
clean. Yeah, I mean you can't knock me up.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying I could bankroll this into a house husband thing.
All right, so. Oh my God! Again, so basically, it says if we
fucking site keeps jumping.
We're working in a system where 6 billion people, which if not mistaken, we're at 8 billion people now. We're in a system where we're making, that's what, 8 billion people and 6 billionaires. We would just stop being productive for 6 billionaires, and we would have to figure out a new way to live, which apparently everybody's ready for except for the 6 guys. But the problem is this magical utopian society that you want to live in, this crazy socialist utopia. It's those 6 guys are the ones who tricked you into going into it, and they will be the ones in charge, and you'll be even poorer than you are now.
Yeah, I can't tell you the times where I wake up and I still have like nightmares that like I'm working back where I was working before. Like, fucking.
I used to be a pizza delivery driver, and I've been seeing them driving around, especially like on the weekends, and it's surreal that I get to do this. Like, thank you guys. Like, the only reason I get to do this is because of you guys.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be this way. All about making those 6 guys hoard wealth violently. It could be based around making sure disabled people can have access to whatever buildings. We already have that. They did the Disability Act. I was like in the 60s.
Yeah, I say that's been a thing for quite some time. But
or making sure children get education. How long have we had the public education system?
Well,
and
have HUD is and all those other things.
And
education secretaries, they suck.
Have health and shelter. Sounds good. Who is going to pay for all the health care in this magical system of yours? Mm-hmm. People are just going to do it for funsies for free? That's not how humans work. Profit motive is important. And shelter? Okay, we're going to have like the guaranteed shelter? Then sounds good. We can't bring in millions and millions of immigrants then. Like, they don't understand. It's just like...
it's almost like...
We could totally do it a better way, guys. All right, what's the better way? Oh, socialism? Yeah, we've tried it. Hasn't worked very well so far, guys.
They're purposefully overloading social infrastructure. It's nefarious.
And whenever like, oh, we're going to put this money towards infrastructure, shovel-ready jobs, it's all completely wasted. Whenever they put money towards schools, the public school system, the systems with the most money are the ones that do the worst, usually because they're in cities with a bunch of crazy Democrats and all the teacher unions and stuff like that.
Well, and that's all one big grift too. The homeless, like there's a reason that keeps.
If we got a whole new system, are we still doing taxes?
Yeah.
Who's going to be taking the taxes from us at gunpoint?
Yeah, Ukraine and other countries.
Turns out we've tried a bunch of different systems. Turns out capitalism sucks, but it's the best one we've found so far. Yeah. And what we're living in is crony capitalism. It's monopoly man capitalism. It's not even real capitalism. If we had actual free markets and such, we would be doing people wouldn't be calling it in capitalism. Capitalism brought us modern civilization.
Yeah.
Modern civilizations such as The Empire Strikes Back. Turns out, the first time I didn't see the original trilogy until I was like in my 20s, and I'd read a bunch of good sci-fi, and honestly, it was so hyped, I was a little disappointed. Years later, watched the original trilogy again, I was like, okay, all right, this is pretty good, but I didn't quite love it. Watching these two, I'm like, okay, turns out the original trilogy is really good. Why did no one tell me? Badger, why didn't you tell me about how good the original trilogy was? Do you hate me? Was it something I said?
I didn't want to spoil the fact that you might someday see the sequels and have everything you love be destroyed and turned to ash.
What do you think PETA's stance on all the Tauntaun murdering in the beginning was?
Tauntauns are soulless creatures that control the weather with their tiny hats.
That's why they're stop motion. Dude, Chrissy Mayer, her storm joke was so good. Is that what you're referencing? Yes. Storm being the first. Okay, that was, oh my God. That's one of those ones. It takes you like 2 seconds, and once that 2 seconds is up, it hits you. Oh my God.
Because it is like she was going with the Black Israelite joke. Yeah, it's a super fucking advanced next level joke. So shout out to Chrissy Mayer. Yeah. The problem with just don't watch the sequel trilogy. Yeah, because it's like with the high of ending of the original trilogy, and then it's like just a few short years later, they all failed fucking horribly.
Yeah, and we're not even going to put Luke Skywalker in the first one. So the Han and Leia, their relationship is possibly the best part of the movie. All their back and forth, the building the relationship, all the character stuff with that. So
strong
good.
Woman with an equally strong man that doesn't bow to her, that makes fun of her, but at the same time, it's we used to do this thing called writing and character development. It was fun.
Yeah, and it starts with, you're imagining things. Am I? Then why are you following me?
Yeah.
Like, that was something in Falling Down, when the detective does a little like playful like sexism with his partner and whatnot. Like that. There's ways to do it right, and it's so good. And you don't have to just make men all the evil Gillette commercials where we're attacking women. Closing the base stores and the Chewie roar. Is that actually, and that's the actual actor in doing the Chewie roars noises?
No, that's mechanical. That's a Bert sound effect. Yeah.
Okay, but the or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's like, not Peter
you can
Mayhew
feel the sadness.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, and it's just like a big fluffy space bear.
By the way, words, I take exception to this. Who's scruffy looking?
I was very happy with the amount of space slurs in the movie. Yes, we're getting to it though, Leon.
Fucking nerf herder.
Very soon. Quote laser brain.
Yeah.
Nerf herder, which I knew the nerf herder. I didn't know the laser brain one, and they're like back to back. I'm like gamer words, and then the kiss when she wants to make Han jealous, and she puts a big old kiss on her brother.
Little Game of Thrones action.
Knowing what I know.
They didn't know. That's the problem, is that he didn't know he was going to do that at the time. Hayden Wayne for 20, keeping his channel alive over here.
Yes.
I love the stream. Woke video games and assholes. Then good movie, bro talk. Ideological wars raging. More movie talks. Then down the rabbit hole, something wild.
I've been trying. I have to come up with names for the extra streams now. Anti-woke a-holes.
For the Sunday movie stream? Talk. A nice palate cleanse. Yeah, we always like to end on a good thing, and that's in this case Empire Strikes Back.
The segment is called Erwin Actually Watched a Thing. And this time had some fun space gamer words, not as many gamer words as falling down, though. That was a hoot. Luke pets Chewie so weird. He walks up and he does the cross arm, and then he gets him like weird under here. Do a second take at bothered the crap out of him.
Then he walks away, and Chewie's like, "Nah, get back here, motherfucker," and gives him another. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm taking at least 1 point off the score for that pet. Vader's office. The weird, like, almost like claw, like office. What is the point of that? Does that like turn into a ball and then he can like?
It's a hyperbaric chamber, pressurized, so he can breathe without. Yeah, and then I don't know anyone. Lucas had 9 movies, but they weren't beat. It was like a super broad type of thing. But like, no. He did not know Anakin was going to be the father until the second. Yeah, it wasn't until
like
the
original
one.
Filming like looks terrible and stuff, right? Of A New Hope wasn't like
for the time it looks good, but they had to do everything on practical, and all the space scenes are them on the back of trucks outside in Marin County.
As someone who's had to I made 3 documentaries on accident instead of 1 and whatnot. Usually. It's so hard to plan out one thing. To plan out 9 things, rough.
No,
but he definitely did plan out Darth Jar Jar. So
George
I do appreciate him doing that.
On record of saying that he took the fucking 3rd movie basically and just put it in the first one because he didn't think the rest would get made, which is why the Death Star shows back up, and obviously a lot of people helped him.
So everyone keeps wanting to tell me it's not sci-fi, it's actually fantasy, and I now definitely understand what they're saying.
It's sci-fi fantasy, yeah. It's not sci-fi fiction. It's not Star Trek.
So speaking of space gamer words, R2-D2 has a mouth on him. Sometimes I love that they don't do subtitles, but I wanted to know what gamer words he was saying, so I could.
R2 is apparently also diming everyone out. Yeah, 100%.
Hashtag never tell me the odds.
Shut him up or shut him down. I love that.
Luke really likes crashing headfirst in spaceships into things, and it's totally fine. There's he just kind of, it looks like you're really far away, and then suddenly he just hits, and he's all good. Doesn't hop, doesn't on Dagobah.
Yeah,
he's really good at crashing headfirst.
He didn't use his computer metrics when he was trying to land.
Yeah. Okay, so he crashes into the swamp, and then I have the question: can blasters go through water?
Yeah, but only up to a certain amount.
So does it slow it down like a bullet? Because light, I figured
eventually it's plasma, so it's hot. It would cool it rapidly. So yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, I don't think I've ever seen them shoot into water in Star Wars. I'm like, that's definitely an extended universe.
By the way, talk about sophisticated jokes. This is actually how Mark Hamill drives. You have to know that Mark Hamill was in a car crash in the 70s between the movies, and that's why his face is all fucked up, and they added in the Wampa attacking him because he had scars from a car crash. That's why he looks so different between A New Hope
that
Empire.
attack is so an arm just on his stick, just
yeah. That's a Chrissy Mayer. That was a layered joke right there. Congratulations, Russ. You have to know your history for that one. Puppet
Yoda is best Yoda. Why the hell did they do CG Yoda in the prequels? But Yoda when he's pretending to be crazy is best Yoda. Mine. I wish that was just Yoda. I wish that wasn't him pretending. It was so good.
Yeah, it's and they did puppet Yoda originally for Phantom Menace. They came back and it just looked odd. The puppet didn't look as good, and then they changed it to CGI.
Well, if you do practical around practical, it looks good. But when you do practical and then CG everything else, I could see that being a problem. More Han and Leia, your worship. I love that he'd always call her stuff like that. Sometimes you think I'm all right, and then later, she says yes.
Yeah.
Scoundrel. Also, I'm going to go and consider a space slur as well.
Admit it, you need more scoundrels in your life.
And then they finally kiss, but C-3PO cockblocks him. I love it. Vader and the Vader and Palps. When you finally get to see Vader, you all like kneels down. You're like, Vader kneeling, and then Palps shows up. That for the first time seeing that must have been pretty freaking sweet. Not knowing about Palps.
Yeah.
Boom.
I mean, you knew about the Emperor, but to actually see him,
I'm not afraid. You will be.
You will be.
You will be.
Yeah.
Yes, that is how you foreshadow, baby.
Yeah.
Luke does his training and he just randomly does a front flip. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then later at the end, he does the random front flip.
No, because Yoda's putting him through like the Jedi course, the jumping, flipping. You
is that what they were going for with Rey in the second one at the beginning? Oh my god, I didn't even
remember. You remember? We'll wait till the third fucking movie to give some training. Yeah, that's exactly what they were going for.
No light speed. The light speed continuing to not work. Yes.
Yeah, because it's Phoebe
and
Waller-Bridge.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. And then even when Lando, it happens to him, he's also like, it's not my fault.
Yes. Yeah.
Lando says he's a scoundrel. Or no, about Lando. He's a scoundrel. You love him.
Mm-hmm.
You do have your moments. Not many of them, but you do have them. Yeah, so many, because as someone more a fan of like comedy, the callbacks to like previous things being said is really important to me with like writing. And they nailed it. They set everything up and then they called back to it like 2 or 3 times and then had like good resolution generally towards the end. Excellent. Oh my god, turns out why didn't you tell me the original trilogy was good, Badger? Like what the heck? You want to keep it all to yourself?
Yeah, I'm selfish like that.
Oh, this is actually one of my favorite parts. Oh wait, no, hold on, but will they die? Difficulty always in motion. The future is blah blah blah. Lando sees a white woman and loses it. Mm-hmm. He's all like, "Where are the white women at?"
He had a couple Colt 45s, and
he went like full pimp mode. I love it.
I remember. Yeah. Hey, successful black man business. He owned that entire facility.
And then, yes, I know. He might be running it all illegally.
There's no systematic racism in the Star Wars universe. The only prejudice is against robots, is against droids.
Oh, which brings me to my favorite space slur of them all is when C-3PO kind of gets separated and the door opens and there's the silver like version of C-3PO and clearly uses a slur against him. Yes.
Anti-woke assholes, hell yeah. Love y'all. Thanks for today. Yeah, we're almost done. We're just finishing up on this movie. Thank you so much, guys.
For that. You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
100%.
So yes, that was definitely my favorite space slur. That's definitely one I would like to know so I could use it for myself. And then the Vader dinner when the door opens and Vader's back there. I even knew that was a thing, and I'm still like, all right, that's pretty good. And it's like all white, and you got the all black suit. Like,
I understand you're banging my daughter out of marriage. Shout out
Han. The Han torture device. Yes, Anders, you're the best. The Han torture device. It looks like it's just tasering him in the eyeballs, right?
His chest. Yeah, I will tell you,
taser.
His scream that he does still sort of gets me every time. Like it really sounds like a good scream. Yeah, they didn't even ask me any questions.
Yes, yeah, because they're just torturing him so the force signal.
Because he got well that yes, so that his cries would call Luke, and also because that motherfucker's evaded them so many times. Like he took pleasure in that one.
Mm-hmm. All right, so C-3PO repairs. Oh yeah, when he's getting repaired by Chewie, he's like, "Oh yeah, I like that." Yeah. It was a little more sexual in nature than I would have preferred.
I'm backwards.
Yes, that was so good. And then the carbonite scene, all the lighting and the smoke. I'm so glad they go back to that for like the final fight scene, because just the atmosphere of the room, all the lighting, it's so good. Gives me that like like cyberpunk edge runnersy, neon, or just how I watched the movie with the blue and red lights. Yeah, actually, for some of these movies, I use these lights. I turn them on, turn all the lights off. So I kind of get that like dystopian vibe sometimes. It's actually pretty nice for setting the mood. Carbonite scene, lightning, smoke. I know, of course. I love you, bitch. I know. Pray I don't alter the deal any further. Yes, and they're all like, they like punches him in the stomach, but Lando, he's trying to be good. Honestly, he didn't ask to get involved with this. I don't blame him for going along with it, and then he did good. And then he ends up being like, at the end, he's the one like flying the damn ship and whatnot. Turns out there are black people in Star Wars.
And yeah, obviously obligatory. George was going to have him say, I love you too. And then Harrison went, that doesn't feel right. And so he and Irvin Kershner stopped fucking filming to come back and forth with that line of him. I think he's fighting. Harrison, just say something. Just say what you're going to say. And he said the line, I know. Just came out of him.
I prefer I know.
That's when you trust your actors.
Yes. Now, when Furiosa is begging to scream when she's only supposed to have 30 lines, all right, yeah, that will probably be pretty decent. I like a good scream. You haven't seen Godzilla -1 yet. The scream in that is probably my favorite part of the whole movie. It's
likes the
still
screamer.
stuck with me. Like similar how the Han scream is stuck with you, that scream stuck with me. It's freaking haunting. It's so good. I don't understand anything the guy says. I don't speak Japanese. I understood that scream.
Oh.
Like, Luke, don't. It's a trap. It's a trap. That Mon Calamari ass bitch stole Leia's line. She's actually the It's a Trap originator.
It's a trap. Yeah, I know. The next one.
I'm tired of the Mon Calamari patriarchy keeping women down and stealing all their credit.
I've heard this a bunch. George, you can write this shit, but you can't say it.
Chewie and Lando. Someone says he's only a Wookiee, like because he can only be violent. Wookiee racism, fully support it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Luke force jumps out of the carbonite freezing thing at like Superman faster than his speeding bullets. I feel like they should have slowed it down like a little bit.
No,
He's just like, woo!
Yeah, he used force speed and force jump. 100%. Shit
know,
he's learned and then is seen later on. Yeah, bro, force speed is fast as fuck. Phantom Menace. Go look at how fast Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan run away from droidicas.
And then he does his front flip that he trained for. Like even the front, as I'm saying, they even set up the front flip to bring it back. And then, Vader nails Luke in the head with some fucking luggage when he just starts throwing the random like containers at him.
Yeah, it's a tactic.
Is he throwing luggage at this dude?
Yeah. He just
really? Oh, isn't that what the Yoda fight against like Dooku? And they
it's an advanced tactic of distracting your enemy, because you can't do shit if you're constantly blocking off an outward attack. And Luke didn't have the experience yet to like instantly just start deflecting, and so he was so focused on Vader that he was getting wrecked by it.
So Luke's just and we're almost done here. Luke's just walking down the hallway. It's so well framed. And then Vader jump scare right out of the side.
It's a good one. It's a Samsonite. I was way off. That jump scare and that whole infight scene. Bob Anderson, master choreographer.
No, I am your father.
I am your father. Yeah.
It's real Berenstain Bear situation.
And obviously on set, he said Obi-Wan killed your father.
Really?
In voice on set. So everyone on set, Luke knew. I think George pulled Mark Hamill aside. Now, what I'm about to tell you, I know, or Irvin Kershner said, what I know and George knows. And then he says he's going to say, I killed your father. But everyone else is going to hear Obi-Wan killed your father. And so his reaction, everyone
like to prevent leaks?
To prevent leaks on set. Yeah.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Leia, hear me. And then they have that connection. Then you're like, oh, Yoda talked about there's another one, and then she can hear him, and then you're like, Leia's force sensitive, and then left me wanting more. Like Terminator 2, you get that conclusion and you're good. But this, I'm like, I have to watch that third one. After I watch Highlander, Road Warrior, Predator 2, Highlander Search for Vengeance, Blazing Saddles.
You've had an extra pair of gloves this entire time. God, we're in the Hoth Rockies. All right, sorry. Yes. Dumb and Dumber. Think we wouldn't know it. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5.
Oh,
so how about that recent FNT? Laugh out loud. Some guests are better than others. Gino Carano and Papa Gundam a few weeks back was probably my favorite one. So, bro, I don't want to speak ill of anyone. But I would just say I agree with you that some guests are better than others. And yeah, never a good idea, joking or otherwise, to call the chat incels. Really just never a good idea under any circumstance.
I know.
Hayden Wayne.
She didn't even say it as like a joking way.
No, she didn't. I know. It's fine. It's fine. That also a good idea to actually watch the shows that you go on. Like it helps if you actually watch FNT all the time. You'd probably know not to do that. Just my own advice. Don't let the Ewok haters. Yeah, they're fine, even though they should have been Wookiees. It was supposed to be Wookiees.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because that makes more sense.
It was supposed to be the Wookiee Kashyyyk planet.
The Ewoks defeating them? It's like...
Bro, that's the other thing is like they're fucking throwing rocks and sticks. Yeah, John, I know she's been on before. That's the point. She should have known better. Whatever.
It's worth it for...
It's worth it. It's worth the watch.
For the Chrissy Storm joke is worth it.
Let's put it this way. I wasn't offended, but I didn't think it was going to go over well, and it didn't go over well. Like, she got roasted pretty heavily in chat.
Their response was, my exact response was, yeah, I wouldn't come after our chat.
Yeah, and again, it was... I understand it was a joke, and I know a lot didn't, but it's just one of those things is like, man, probably not worth the squeeze on that juice. Or the juice not worth the squeeze on that one.
It's definitely deserving of at least one playful.
Shame.
And yeah, the Ewoks basically just got accused of like being for kids and selling toys, which is sort of what they ended up being. But I still maintain that it would have been more badass if it had been the Wookiee planet.
What's better, Ewoks or Grogu?
Ooh, I'll take Ewoks just because I'm biased. Fuck Grogu.
I'm taking Grogu.
Baby Yoda.
I'm a real Star Wars fan now that I've finally seen it for a third time.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it really sold. It really here. I think even still have this because Rat made it on his 3D printer. Can you see this? Grogu, but like it's got a I can't do it. Yeah, it's got like a light, so the light shows up.
I did not remember that the carbonite was like experimental. Like they didn't know if Han was even gonna like survive it and whatnot.
Oh yeah, right.
Man, the movies would be so much better if I didn't already know all this stuff.
He's worth a lot to me. Dead. Of course, then they changed it. So here, let me see if I can.
Oh, see through.
Yeah, it's sort of with the light behind it, and it becomes 3D printing. Soon, Mr. Tech Rat will have a whole army of this shit that no one will care about.
Yeah,
lithography. There you go. He's got fucking gay names for it.
Ooh,
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Fancy.
It is really cool. You can do with a 3D printer, like the amount of shit that people have to buy. Otherwise, you could just make yourself.
Could you 3D print me a new computer? I could use one of those. Also, some better internet. Could you 3D print me some upload speed?
I'm telling you, 3D printer go burr. All these people pissed off about Warhammer. They're about to lose their shit to 3D printers, like an army of 3D resin printers or whatever the fuck. He made a lightsaber for me. Got a whole lightsaber 3D printed. So yeah.
Didn't they like hide the Grogu merch? They didn't release the Grogu merch early because
they didn't make any.
Didn't want to like spoil it.
They didn't make any. They didn't think it was going to be as big, or they were trying to hide. Or actually, I think what they said was because they didn't want it to leak out, they didn't have it made because they knew it would leak. So it took that long. Shout out, guys. I know we're almost done. We just get so in love with talking about movies. Yeah, you guys have been great today, though. Look at you. So many supers. Yeah. I mean, we're no hypnotic, but
yeah, you guys are crazy. Like we do the outro and then like we go through and I'm like, I did not remember getting this many. What the heck? Yeah, fucking wild. I love it.
Reinhardt, like the stupid little baby noises. Like the motherfucker's an adult. He understands conversation and like death and shit. But then all of a sudden he'll just randomly be like, well, like, what? Bro, start talking. It's time to start speaking now. Not just through the robot voice or whatever the hell they did in that one season.
It just goes to show, like, the fact that they didn't set Grogu up for that, even when they got something good, they just, like, accidentally stumbled into.
The fight scene of him and the 3 royal guards where literally
they're running on top of the light.
Go and just threw the and then just threw the baby doing a flip and the jumping like
kick the baby.
What are we doing here?
Agreed.
Yeah.
What are we
Hadn't
doing
learned to
here?
speak in 50 years. Shake my head. Yeah.
No,
He's on this. He's on the TISM spectrum.
Once he starts talking, though, it'll probably be like a younger voice, and then like the worst with child actors is once they hit that puberty, and then their voice changes, and you're like, "That's so weird, stop it." So like Grogu's all like cute and adorable at first, and then the next season comes up, and then he's all like angry all the time, and he's always like really hungry, eating.
They would have to decide.
And he wishes he was never born.
Well, no, because you played Old Republic. You got Master Vandar. He doesn't speak backwards like Yoda does. He speaks normally, so they'll probably have him speak normally.
Yeah, that's also something I was wondering about. Like, what is wrong with Yoda?
I don't know. I don't know why he does that. Now it does make it seem like maybe Yoda got hit on the head and he switches his words around. He does.
Maybe he's like people will watch like TikTokers with tics, and then they develop tics from them. So maybe he was just watching a bunch of TikTokers and they were talking real weird.
Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 10. Personally, the insult to the chat didn't bother me. We dish it out. We should be able to take it. However, there was no chemistry between the guests and the panelists. Yes. And however, I understand the background. Yeah, it was one of those things where I went, ooh, I don't think that's going to land the way she meant it to. That type of thing. I didn't personally get offended. But also, yeah. Hey, not everything mixed. Shout out. Yeah. Not everything
also,
works.
we're allowed to not like guests and stuff as well.
Yeah.
And honestly, what got me was me and Badger are kind of realizing more and more we're actually like kind of okay at this. We're actually like somewhat competent when everything is working. And she kept wanting to like talk over people and whatnot. She didn't quite have that down yet. And I'm like, oh wow, like turns out me and Badger are actually like okay at this. I think we might be going places, Badger. What about
you know? Darwin and Beeve streaming into your heart.
I'm going to places that have Highlander, Road Warrior, Predators 2, and Highlander Search for Vengeance. Can I turn Highlander Search for Vengeance in for something else, Somok?
You do that while I cry about Assassin's Creed.
Like the 4th or 5th one? Yeah, I want to watch Shogun, but my buddy doesn't know how to read, so we can't.
Getting a second and a third season, apparently.
Well, hey, I'm glad that people actually liked it. I'm happy.
Really like it.
Even if I haven't seen something or it's not my thing, it just shows and stuff being successful in general, I'm happy about, because they need some successes or we're going to have nothing. We're not going to get the occasional good thing if everything just fails.
Yeah, I got it. I got Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know why. I couldn't tell if Jay was joking when he called it Ghost of Mitsubishi and like said it without any hint. I think I could, but yeah, it's good.
This will eventually be a panel stream when I stop being lazy. And TechRat, you're more than welcome on it. But TechRat has been showing up on this guy's streams because we are now streaming 6 out of 7 days for some reason.
Well, somewhere.
Including tomorrow. We have a Sunday stream, which I think is our first Sunday stream.
Do we? Then yes, we do have a first Sunday stream. It's on your channel, right? Yes, it will be the first of a Sunday streams. Yeah, blame Hypnotic.
So, Sunday through Wednesday, we do the 6 to 7 Eastern. We do that like evening time / afternoon for all you people in heathen time. So, yes, if you guys really like us, we happen to be here way too much now because you guys have been so wildly supportive. We're like, they like us for some reason. Let's do more. And if it weren't for your guys' wild amount of support, we'd probably still just be doing like 2 streams a week.
There you go.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
The rat cometh.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. I will be bugging a bunch of you guys.
The rat cometh.
Including, like Garfield, you want to be on a panel stream? You got a camera? You got a mic? Let me know. Like I said, next Friday, I'm going to try to get Hayden on. ABF should be coming on one of these Fridays here soon. So, yeah, we're going to be having a bunch of people on. Now
that's how griefing works.
Now that we have more streams, because originally I just wanted to be the one talking the whole time. I had this angry Badger constantly talking over me. But now we got a bunch of streams. We're going to get some people on, including some of you fine folks. I am burning up. This costume is too much. Badger, say some last things for us.
Outro. No, thank you guys. Again, the addiction is strong. But again,
we take one day off and Badger starts like scratching at my door.
After streaming with others, I got to tell you, there's no place like home. I fucking miss this chat either on my channel or this channel every time. It's just not the same without you guys. And I don't know. There's something to this Darwin and Beeve. So let's just keep going with it. Oh my God, he's getting naked. Oh no, good. Thanks God. Oh. All right, everyone. Yeah, we will see you tomorrow.
Tonight, Saturday Night Hypnosis.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Gothics on.
That goes without saying.
Hey, they have been popping off over there. Yes, thank you. And I am eventually going to finish my part 2 of that documentary. I'm so bad. I hate myself.
For a 20.
Thank you. God, you guys are so wildly generous. Someday I will be able to escape Hypnotic's clutches thanks to you all. It means so much. It's literally surreal. I drive by my old work and I'm just like, I don't know how I got this. Thank God. I'm going to make it last as long as possible. Thankfully, I got Badger here to carry me. And we got Hayden here to keep us informed.
What's today's secret word? What's today's secret word?
Shout out.
My internet's slow. I didn't mean to do that twice, but it's actually pretty appropriate.
Nah, it works.
You guys are the best. We will be talking to you guys tomorrow, 6 to 7 Eastern, the Lord's time.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Your terms are acceptable, Tomac.
I'm getting him.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I needed to get rid of the human garbage, otherwise known as my best friends. Yeah. Come on! Bonnie, how do you keep getting back in?
Well, bye.
I'm sorry, babe. I didn't mean that either.
Magnet Defender right there at the end. If you feel discouraged by the N95 mob, just remember they make 0.01% of America. Most sane people will not tolerate precautions. In
Thank you. He's like the graph web of lockdowns. I love it.
The Koof is gone.
You guys are the best. Thank you for all this support. It's mind blowing, absolutely mind blowing. And yes, your terms are acceptable. Thank you all. Yeah.